Alright, we're recording.
Alright, so after the party barely escaped with their lives, after they were ambushed by the Black Diamond Guard, they arrived in Nightvine. And after seeking some refuge in Nightvine and having a little bit of safe haven in one of the few places where they couldn't be tracked down, they decided that the most prudent ally for them to get would be Rizel Dromekeel, who is
By the way,
the
can we go ahead and change that? Because the name is supposed to be Rizel Bellrook. I even
Sure,
found it in
alright.
the logs.
We'll go ahead and change it then. Rizel Bellrook.
Yeah.
Who is the acting governor, essentially, of Darkholm. He has the title of king, but under a high king society, kings essentially act as governors. With that being said, especially for his station, he is quite powerful, being the son of Shaziki Belrook.
What about Drexel?
Well, Drexel is Shaziki's grandson, and actually technically would be Rizel's nephew, technically speaking. But anyway, so they head to the city of Darkholm and are told that King Rizel Belrook, is outside guarding the city, basically being the primary defense for the city of Darkholm. That's the reason why he hasn't already joined the war effort. They assisted him, proved their worth by fending off a dragon, as well as several creatures revealed to be these new undead creations called Dracolexy. And after proving themselves in combat and offering some safe refuge to the citizens of Darkholm within Bond's new keep and his new property, they were able to convince him to join the war effort, which will be a great benefit because they saw firsthand exactly how powerful he is. After finishing things there, they eventually went to the wild plains of Alarath in search of a group of outriders called Arclight Regalia, in order to recruit a woman by the name of Ayla Briggs. She took quite a shine to Bon, and after some interactions with her, we're able to convince them to assist them in battle. With that being said, these are far from a good aligned organization. They're pretty much just out for themselves. And despite the fact that she clearly took a fancy in Bond, clearly weighed several options, like whether or not she could just let both sides take each other out and then swoop in and take out what's left. But thanks to some convincing, you gained her as an ally. So, where we concluded last session, she was about to leave and go join in for the war effort. But, as we are about to see, there are some new developments that are going to come about. And that is where we are at.
Nice.
Any questions?
Yeah, like, what exactly were we headed towards next? Like, we got Ayla Briggs, right? They were going over to give reinforcements to the rest of the group because she had her whole little Mad Max army. But, like, did we say, like, we're going with her for that? Or, like, because I also know there's the whole thing with the Red Dragon dealing with the other group. So, like...
Well, I'm going to leave that up to you guys, because there is... Where we're starting off, trust me, this will help you decide what your next step is. As you have just completed this alliance, where you stand, suddenly a wind elemental appears in front of you, Lucas, holding a treasure chest. Upon touching the treasure chest, you realize it is from Alexander Fourglade.
Yeah, no, I open it up.
And you see a letter. If you will look at the GC2 Hero Contracts tab in Discord, you will be able to read it.
Whoa,
And I'm really not liking this music. I'm going to change it to something else.
Alright, well, if I can not hack and cough on the microphone, I will read it to the group. I have it on good authority that the Black Diamond assassin Marlia Tox is in Daggerport as we speak, and intends to meet with the crime lord Mirabeth Carlyle in the early hours of the afternoon tomorrow. I can only speculate that she must intend to strike some sort of alliance with the Eclipse Cabal, and by extension, the Xanatharian Crime Syndicate. This cannot be allowed to happen. Unless you're keen on our enemies knowing your every move, and with a blade and bullet awaiting you in every shadow, I recommend taking the night, as you will need to be at full strength. This does present an abundance of challenges. For starters, we know how is this pronounced? Marleatox?
Marleatox.
Marleatac. Okay, so she's the assassin rogue that can look like other people.
Yes.
All right. In fact, here we go. This does present an abundance of challenges. For starters, we know Marleatox to be a skilled shapeshifter. She could literally be anybody. On top of that, it is likely she has eyes and ears everywhere. It will be difficult to enter the city without your presence being discovered. On top of that, you will have the locals to contend with. You represent the pinnacle of an organization almost universally hated in the underworld. Despite what is at stake, the average denizen of that intrepid city would be far more likely to take the side of your target over yours, regardless of what is at stake. You will find no friends there. I took great personal risk in acquiring this information. You have my utmost assurance that the intel is good. Burn this upon committing its details to memory. It goes without saying that we are all counting on you. Travel small and do be subtle. Sincerely, as fuck.
Was there a comma there? Yeah. Surely there was a comma.
Wasn't expecting that.
You set him up. I mean, it's right there.
Alright, it might have just had his initials for Arthur Foreglade, but I took my own interpretation.
Alexander Foreglade.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that being said, I'll go ahead and light it up so it gets destroyed.
Alright. I might add, I don't know if you would have read this out loud with Ayla standing there, but she is standing there.
No, I probably would have kept it to the group until we've decided what it is exactly what we're going to do.
Okay, then you would have had a little sidebar. Gotcha.
So, I mean, because it is still the same day from when we got ambushed, right?
Yeah, you would have a chance for a long rest before you had to do anything.
I would really like to get a long rest and then done, because I'm still, my 9th level spell slot's burned.
That's why I put it for tomorrow.
Well,
in the early afternoon. So
I can't set up Bond with Foresight, though, because I usually cast that at night. And my 9th level spell slot's already gone, because I had to use that to teleport us out of the fight. Okay. That being said, I know, Bond's not here right now, but I'll just say on his behalf, hey, DM, I work with the Underground. Do I know anything about this Mirabeth Carlyle? And the Xanatharian Syndicate? And the Eclipse Cabal?
So the Eclipse Cabal is an affiliate of the Xanatharian Crime Syndicate. They're partners, they operate together, but all in all, they do have separate leadership. But it kind of goes without saying that what happens with one organization kind of also happens with the other. If you're an enemy of one, you're an enemy of the other. If you're an ally of one, you're likely an ally of the other. They have a, what's the word I'm looking for? When both benefit.
Mutual benefit?
A symbiotic relationship.
Thank you. They have a symbiotic relationship with each other. So
Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
He would know that if you make an enemy of one, you make an enemy of the other. Also, Mirabeth Carlyle, she's far from good. She has a bit of a wicked streak. She doesn't shy away from cruelty, and it is 100% in her nature to side with whoever she thinks has the greatest chance of victory. He would know that. She has always said that she refuses to bet on a losing horse. So if 100%, if she believes that the Black Diamond army will without a doubt beat you, she's going to side with them. Especially if they give her promise of power.
Alright. Well, as we're sidebarring here, really, it's just Marte, I guess. What are your thoughts?
Fireball.
I vote fireball too.
What was that not? Was that not the correct response?
I mean, if you just want to
Good
fight your way through the whole city, go for it.
Oh, pew, pew.
I'm not
Well,
really. I don't know. Like, I don't want to. How can I preface this? Remember how we were standing out, looking super cool, flexing our really high level abilities, and then all of a sudden, a group of dudes that it just made no sense that they should be able to beat up on us that bad came and beat us up so bad that I had to run away. You remember that?
That was this morning.
Recall.
You remember that?
Yeah, I
You remember that, right?
Because you got hurt real bad, Adon.
I don't like that feeling. So
Well,
I kind of want to take it out on somebody.
well, we're trying to isolate and eliminate, and this is looks like a fair chance to do this. We're not going to be able to take them on together. This is a prime chance of one of them being by themselves, or at least not with the rest of them. I don't know how it's going to go with, all these folks from the Eclipse Cabal, and I don't know if we have any contacts or anything that we can use to, use to our advantage there. But if she's going to be meeting with them, and we know a general location and time, maybe we can get the jump on her before she ends up meeting with them.
I could agree with that.
I will add that as you're having this sidebar, Ayla's tail is darting curiously back and forth as she looks in your direction, as she's clearly very interested in what you're talking about. You don't imagine that she hears you, but though actually shifters do have quite good hearing, but she's looking in your direction, not trying to pry, but her body language is giving itself away.
Do we need to switch to message? Sorry. Okay.
Well, the question is, we're bringing in allies. She's supposed to be one of them. Do we need to include her on this? I mean, the plan was for her to go off and help give reinforcements to these other folks, but I don't know.
Would she be more useful being included or going out?
I'm just more curious if maybe she has some insight about these folks over at Daggerport, right? I mean, she's out here in this little anarchist encampment of folks. So maybe they've run into the same circles.
All right, that's fine. We can ask some questions.
But
too much information.
By the way, do I see Carson around anywhere?
I did say that her group was kind of starting to set out, but I mean, if you would like to retroactively have spoken to him.
No, I'm just curious if he was around. To be honest, it wasn't even like
I did mention that you saw a vehicle that clearly looks like that it was from hell.
Yeah, but that's why I was just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, Gavin, if you want to go ahead and RP as Bond, since we're not here, I'm gonna go ahead and let Bond talk to this girl since he's got the closest insight to
that. Okay. Hey Nick, you're listening, right? I just wanted to make sure.
Use that seductive charm, Bond, and go ahead and tell this girl the deets, but win her over while you do. Make sure that she's gonna be fully on board.
Okay.
All right.
Where is Nikki?
He had a Christmas dinner thingy that he had to go to today.
Okay.
So he's going to be able to listen in, but unfortunately won't be able to really do much.
Sticky Nikki. Oh yeah, I tried to get Tony to come as well, but he couldn't.
But we'll just say that he Bond, he approaches Ayla, and you can tell that he's talking to her, and it seems to be going well. And she, with excitedly, just like jumps a couple of times, and as he walks back over, she, with a great amount of enthusiasm, follows behind him.
I think
So-
it worked.
She says, I would very much like to go with you guys. Here's the thing, though. A lot of people are going to know me there. So weigh the risks. With that being said, I have been to Daggerport numerous times. I know the way that city works. I know the ebb and flow, and I know the politics of the criminal underworld, as I've had to become involved in it myself. But that is entirely up to you whether you would like to bring me or not. I would very much love to go, though, as she seems to betray a lot of excitement to the idea of basically accompanying.
Well, if a lot of people know you, is that a good thing or bad?
I imagine
What did
sort
you
of
do?
both.
How do you stand with Mirabeth Carlyle?
She and I tolerate each other. We are competitors when it comes to certain markets, specifically in the illegal arms trade. So in that regard, not well. But for the most part, we don't step on each other's toes.
This might work.
I mean, I don't really want to go into a blind town looking for somebody that could be anybody. Or going into a town blind. There it goes. Looking for somebody that could be anybody. I'd rather have somebody that has some experience and expertise.
I have contacts in the city. At the very least, could get you a safe place to stay, some basic information, and just general news regarding the happenings of the city.
Alright.
That'll work.
Alrighty. Well, I'm down, from where we're at to how far is it going to take us to, or how long of a trip would it be to get a Daggerport? Is that something that we need to do by a magical means, or is that something that we can
You
take
could
the
get there
vehicle?
conventionally by flight, likely within. You could get there probably by morning. Flying there, and you could always rest on the way.
Okay. Well, with what we have going on and what we're about to get into, you want to gather up some supplies, and I mean, it sounds like that's the direction that we're headed.
She taps a satchel on her side and just says, "Bag of holding. Have everything I could already need."
Yeah, I'm kind of just wondering, and I'm going to play the devil's advocate here for Bond. We're setting up an ambush. She has this entire Mad Max arsenal. Is there any way we could get like a cannon or something like that to hook up on a ship? So like, literally, if we come to blows and we have a ship that's set up, is there any way we can do some type of bombardment? This would be something that I would think Nick would want. So I'm going to speak
Yeah,
on his
that's fair.
behalf.
Yeah.
How about a couple tanks?
Can we move a couple tanks in the airship?
Yes.
Yeah?
Big.
Very least, pilot them from
Big
the deck of your ship.
Big pew pew.
With that being said, a massive airship flying into the city proper is going to be a pretty instant giveaway that you're there.
I just don't know what we could have. And I'm sure, if nothing else, like, Bond would probably like to have some big cannons on the ship in general. Maybe not for this upcoming encounter, but for future endeavors, I'm sure.
He does like big guns.
She says, "Sure, I don't see why not. Give me a moment." And she steps away, and she kind of knocks on the side of one of the tanks, and one of the this half orc gets out of the side, and she has a couple words, and he seems displeased, but After a few words, he bangs on the top of the tank and hops out and goes and jumps in somebody else's vehicle, and does the same thing to another before she pilots one and brings it back, and with another one in tow, and says, "Just bring your airship here, and we can get them loaded."
Thank you for sharing.
Oh, it's not a problem.
Well, that worked out better than I was expecting, so yeah. Alright. I mean, I'm all for just getting on the ship and let's start moving in that direction. Unless anybody has anything else.
Hitting one of those things?
What'd you ask? I'm sorry, Kelly.
Can Molly fit in one of those things?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a tight squeeze, but yes.
I mean, the half-orc got out of it. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean you're like a solid foot taller than most half-orcs, but yeah.
See, why don't we have this in campaign 1? Because then I could have just like cast True Polymorph on a tank and just like made it like literally pocket size. And then like, alright, let's get it going. And just gone straight up Ant-Man and just made a tank.
yeah.
Well, because that technology didn't exist in campaign 1.
Yeah, well that's bullshit.
So, again, I know I don't make it as abundantly clear as I meant to, but this is a steampunk campaign. There's much more technology than there used to be.
Well, while I'm just talking to the group here, if we know a general place that this person's going to be, what other preparations can we make? Is there anybody else we want to try and pull in for this? Is there anything we can do? Because we know that she's in a city, but we might not know exactly where she's going to be. We might be able to find out once we get there, but what else can we do to prepare?
Well, I can tell you that she primarily operates in the lower city, and for a city that's already the most dangerous city in the world, you can sort of imagine the environment that you're walking into when you walk into that city's lower city. With that being said, she does have business in a specific tavern that most of her agents can be located in. It's known as the Basilisk Den.
What are the odds that we're going to be able to find this chick before she gets to the meeting? Because if we can actually get the drop on her, I mean, that'd be way better.
I understand that your target is some sort of shape changer. Do you have any plans for dealing with that?
Actually, I might.
I can hit it.
I might, but it's at a risk, but it'd be one worth willing to take here. But anybody else has got an idea, by all means, sound off. I gotta look something up.
No, just hitting him. Bonk on the noggin. Stop moving.
Where the hell is Lee? I know he knows about the game today. I talked to him earlier.
Glad it goes to this.
Alright, but I assume you're sort of heading that way.
That's my plan. Getting on the ship and we can start moving in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, you load both of the tanks on the ship, and she loads her little jet vehicle that she likes to fly around in, and that fits on the deck as well. And you begin heading that way. Now, you guys have been to Daggerport once before, I do believe, earlier on in the campaign. So, you're at the very least somewhat familiar with it. It's actually on page 75, if you want to read anything about it. But, yeah, I mean, it's the most dangerous city in the world. It's pretty much the crime capital. Everything from the drug trade, weapons manufacturing, and illegal trading to assassination, prostitution, forbidden texts, forbidden intel, everything that you could imagine would happen in a criminal city happens in this city times 10.
Detroit.
Sure, but like worse.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you looked at the statistics of this city, the murder rate is probably sky high. So, with that being said, you are heading in that direction, and I will say, I wish Nick was here, but I would add, if he catches my meaning, he would likely need a potion of watchful rest to get the benefits of a long rest tonight.
Cough, cough. Cough, cough.
Cough, cough.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got one, so we'll take it. Oh, I got it. Yeah, he's boning. Where's my thing? Component. So there's something I do want to do, and I'm trying to pull up my. Where is my? Sorry, I'm trying to pull something up here, and it's being a pain, because I don't remember where I put it whenever I was doing things.
You're good.
I want to know if I can make a potion during this time
Okay.
frame.
I mean,
But-
you'd have plenty of time.
So it's not like, it's not a typical potion. I'm going to make something specific for this. I want to know if I made a particular type of potion, if I poured it on somebody, it would mark them. Like a concoction that basically makes it where they stand out. So basically, like if this chick's shape changed or when something else, it's like it would still
Just
be easy to
some
see.
sort of visible mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
Could it be an alchemy check?
Wouldn't they be about the same for you?
No, I have expertise in alchemy.
Sure, that's fine.
I will
Intelligence
roll-
check, add expertise.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll investigation. It's the same thing. That's what I normally do for this.
Okay. Well, yeah, for an epic level roll, as far as like something, like a fairy fire or something like that, you probably wouldn't be able to put that in like a potion form. But if all you're looking for is some kind of visible mark,
Yeah, it's something that like let's say I've got different things with like a bioluminescent glow, right? I know I do. If I had something like that, I could put it on somebody, so it makes it them easily to kind of see if they're like shapeshifted, but also to make it a little easier or make it harder for them to hide.
I'd say the difficulty hiding would be a bit more difficult, at least as far as its staying power. But you could definitely mark a creature. What you would need, probably, you would think, is some sort of a component part that sort of comes from some kind of creature that can shape change. You would need. I don't know if you happen to have an old vial of Lee's old character's name, of like his blood or something, but you'd probably need something that represents a creature with a degree of malleability to it.
I know I've got blood of like were-rat.
That could work.
Let's see here. There we go. Nope.
You think that could possibly work? Not exactly. It might not exactly be the best ingredient, which might result in a slightly higher DC for making this, but
Well, if I could
it could do the trick.
see here. If I can find the file. Alright, I think I've got it. Here we go. Alright. What do I have here? Yeah, I have blood of a were-rat. I've got 4 of those. Oh, I've got Cypher Gon's blood. He was changing around. I've got his blood, brain, and heart. I have... Nope, I'm out of that. I have ectoplasm. Oh, I still have an Elder Brain. I have the only Elder Brain that ever existed.
Well, the last one, but yeah.
Yeah.
The whole brain?
I
It'd
have
be a piece of it.
I have parts of a mimic. I have mimic adhesive.
That doesn't surprise
You know,
me at
that
all.
also might work. I will say with a roll like that, you would imagine that if you were to use that in combination with Were-Rat blood, could cover that requirement for the potion.
I also have vampire dust.
Which could also work, because they shape change as well. Between all of those parts, you would imagine you likely have what you need. Aside from, of course, you would just need some pure water and some time.
Yeah, I've
And
got
a little bit of magic.
I've got an alchemist jug, so I can always make pure water.
Time
Yeah.
THYME or TIME?
Wait, what?
You said some time. Are you referring to ice?
No, I'm not meaning
Or-
the herb. I'm
Oh,
meaning...
I was like, so does he need to sprinkle just a dash? Okay. Hey, that would have been a cool ingredient for alchemy.
I want to say that the actual time stop spell takes time as an ingredient, because they have a bunch of ironic ingredients like that. I don't know if you've noticed that.
I never look at the components because I always have a focus, but that would be really cool.
So what all do I need? Just one thing of vampire dust, Were-Rat blood, and mimic adhesive?
And one of those parts of Kaleem. The four
And?
together.
Dude, I only have like a few of those. Like that's hefty. That's a big ask. I've got you meant from Cypher
You
Gun?
imagine you might be able to go without the Cypher Gone part, but you would think that the potion might not last as long.
All right, I will.
If you want it to really have some staying power and be there for a while.
I mean, I don't know how long. We're probably gonna get into this and get into a fight, but all right. Cypher Gun. I will take his blood, along with some blood of a were-rat. And then mimic adhesive. There we go. Got some of that. And
Mimic
then
ass.
I also have mimic acid, but
Oh,
and
I
then-
thought you said mimic ass.
mimic ass.
Yummy.
Got me some of that mimic ass. All right, and then vampire dust. That's a fucking expensive potion, by the way. All right. I don't know how long it's gonna take to make that, but as long as I have the time to make that and get a long rest.
No, you would have time.
All right, and then a nod to metagame here. Do you still have your 9th level spell?
Let me see. According to the old resources, have we rested? I do not. Nope. I do not.
Okay.
I apologize. I've not been able to get a long rest in.
I had a thought, but maybe it would be best to just do this in the morning if we can't do it tonight. But
What thought?
I happen to hear through the grapevine, not to metagame here, but there's this apparently this very magical meal that we could eat that might help us with poison and also give us some hardiness if we're gonna go deal with some poison assassin chick.
It's a great idea.
I mean, it's not really metagaming. Any high-level caster would know about Hero's Feast.
Nope. Haven't got to rest. All I've got my second strongest ability, but not my strongest.
Why don't we, in the morning, if you, I'm probably gonna set Bon up with some foresight again, since I can't do it tonight. But if you want to do that, it's just an idea. I'm not gonna force you. By the way, hold on, we got more than. I don't know if Lee's got his 9th level spell slot, because if he does, he can burn that tonight, because he's got.
No,
Wish.
he's an artificer.
Oh,
remember
that's right.
he's-
He swapped over to a different character.
Yeah. Now, as far as Miss Ayla Briggs. Let me look at her character sheet and see if CFC has anything that can help.
Cough drop.
If only we had Neston. I'm sure he could figure out something.
But, hey,
Nah,
you
she
know
only
what?
has up to 5th level spells.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Should we just bamf on over, pick up Neston for the fight?
Like,
I think
Neston
Neston would
would
want to
be
go over there
useful.
and do that.
definitely.
You know what? Hey, Bond.
Halor has called him.
As many people as you recruit for this ship, you need to get like somebody in here. Yeah, where's the little Asian girl that like loves to do Japanese style cooking? Does she not know how to cook a hero's feast?
No, that is a magical spell.
Yeah, okay. You know, by the way, I'm gonna say when we level up
And
again,
you mean
Big
Miku
Pappy.
Kuronoma is her name, and
I'm
yes,
gonna
she
say-
is.
That's
just
the
to
one thing I
cook.
want from Big Pappy. I don't even care what it takes. I just want him to be able to use hero's feast. Like that's gonna be a thing he can do.
It would make sense canonically for him to be able to use Hero's Feast, if anyone.
I mean,
That'll be
perhaps.
his epic boon is just being able to cast hero's feast once a day.
I love that idea.
I mean, that's not a horrible idea. I'm okay with ideas for custom epic boons if you can think of something.
Well, we'll circle back to that. But a suggestion, I don't know how comfortable you'd be with, burning through your biggest spell slot, but it might be not the worst thing to have in the morning, but I'm not
I
gonna...
don't. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I've been feeling a little underpowered lately anyway against these intense foes, so I'd like to be useful.
I got a plan.
All
Plan
right.
of a plan to deal with this
Mm.
chick. So,
Okay.
I don't know if I want to say this to the DM, but alright.
I mean, if it's the sort of thing where you want me to take the headset off, I can. Just
Take
so
the
the
headset
plan
off.
is no.
So here's my thought process, right? If anybody has anything else to come up with, great. But I have the ability to find people, like no matter what. So let's say in the morning, we get to Daggerport, we get ourselves beefed up as best we can. We know that she's meeting with them early afternoon. What if we can get the jump on her? Right. So what if I used my orb of super scrying, found her, regardless of whatever she looks like, it will find her. I might not be able to see her true form, but that's even better because I'll be able to see whatever disguise that she has. I'll be able to lock her down and see what she's pretending as and where she's at.
Right.
If I can make this potion and give it to Bon, who can get a sneaky round in there of just right out the gate, slap that on her, there's no escaping for her. Like, she's not going to be able to pretend to be anybody else, and then it's go time.
Okay.
Problem with it is that it has to be, whenever I do use my orb that way, there's a 25% chance I won't ever be able to use it that way ever again.
Hmm.
So, there's some risk
We really
involved.
need to put a hunter's mark on her.
Well, that's essentially what this potion I'm working on is going to be. Just something
Yeah.
that lights her up.
Okay. I mean, are you willing to risk it?
Again,
Sure.
just adding, it would make it where she would have a permanent mark on her so you could identify her, but she would still technically be able to hide.
Can I make it where it stanks as well? So whoever has it on them stanks just ass.
I
Yeah,
love it.
and using that, you'd be able to tell if you're in their general... Oh, but you know what, though? You have a shifter with you who has super smell. So, sure, that's fine.
Even
You
that
have
is-
something snaky you could put in it?
I'm sure I've got
I'm sure
something.
we can get something,
I
Stinky.
mean-
I don't doubt it.
It was funny. I saw this Viva La Dirt League video where it's like, you know what we haven't done since the beginning of the campaign? Pooped. Like, do our
Right.
characters poop? It was like- and then he was like, I would like to go poop.
Long
I
rest
mean-
and a poop.
don't we eliminate the need to have to do that after a certain level? Like, I don't see level 20 demigods needing to drop a holy deuce.
I mean, you
Like-
still gotta. You still gotta.
Well, I
Hope
can't
your
say
airship has more than
I've
one bathroom.
gotten anything specifically that it's just stanky. I've got some weird stuff in here. I have Vold uvula.
That's not okay.
I have 6.
Wait,
I have
so
6 of them.
Hypothetically, if you had an orb of cleansing that was active, could you drop trout and bend over and it clean you?
I mean, really, if you're really thinking about it, if you have prestidigitation, you could just shit your pants and then unshit your pants afterwards.
I love the idea. That's what we've been doing the entire campaign. Just riding along in Bond's car, letting it go, and then using prestidigitation. Oh, that's great.
There's just like one seat in the backseat of the car that like nobody sits in because there's just an understanding like that's the shit chair, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you don't see it, you don't smell it, but we all know.
What's up, guys?
Oh, no.
Hey, Nick.
Hey.
We were just talking about using the bathroom in your car.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Nick, by the way, since you're here, I'm going to go ahead and need to make a few Constitution saving throws for your character.
Okay, go ahead. Hey, I have those at advantage, I think. Yeah, I have those at advantage.
Okay, good deal. We'll say you got to make like 4 of them,
Okay. Why am I making those? Just by curiosity.
because you were boning.
Oh, was I?
Yeah. Luckily,
okay, cool.
you dropped a 1 with that one.
Are those
There you go.
duration saving throws, or are those?
Yeah, we'll say that the roll that you get on each of the but one's a nat 20. We'll double that one.
Oh
So
man, the man's
that's
a beast.
each of those saving throws is the number of minutes. So okay, well so there's just let me roll 4
He's a
d20s real quick.
beast.
By the way, I'm going to just retroactively say that somehow or another, I held on to some of that dragon diarrhea from when me and Anad were inside and getting pooped out of a dragon. That's what
I
I'm
mean,
going to
you'd
use for
probably still have the soiled clothing.
this. There you go. I'm going to pull from that, and we're going to make it stanky. It's stanky.
What are we making stanky?
He basically invented a potion that would put a very long-lasting mark on somebody that would persist even through shape changes. And he
Oh,
made it stink, so you could smell the person.
Oh, so we could like get a dog to track them down. That's pretty cool. That's smart.
So, I will name this potion Witch's Stank.
I gotta go back to being muted.
All
Did
right.
you say witches stank?
Witch's Stank. That is the
With
name
an
of
A?
the
Witches
potion.
stank.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
with an A.
We're going to put
A
some
capital
stank
A.
on it.
I like it.
I will
Yeah,
add
I
that to
mean,
my inventory.
would you sniff the potion just to see how stanky it is once you finish bottling it?
It shouldn't be something I can sniff. This should be something like I'm having to air out the lab. Like it's funky.
I'm just gonna have you make a Constitution saving throw real quick.
Alrighty.
So, what condition is applied to the individual? Like, does it just say funk as a condition?
Yes. But I would just say wherever you splash it on them, whatever part of their body it lands on, that part would leave a visible mark on them that would persist
bro,
through shape
you gotta
changes.
get some in the person's mouth. You have to.
Well, the
God.
whole point of this is we're gonna like surprise her with this and hit her with it. So that's my thought process.
That would be like she's gonna be mid talking and just. Oh, that would be great.
Oh, actually, I didn't do a saving throw, but still, 27 for my con save. But no, this is not a sniff it and it smells
All right.
like.
You managed to not vomit while you're brewing this potion.
This is perfect.
Even if I do, I just take a little bit of that and put some more of that on there for the stank.
Super stank.
All right. I'm adding that to the inventory. Witch's Stank.
And put in your notes exactly what this thing does. We'll say that the mark would last for 12 hours, and the stink would last for 24 or until they bathe.
And I want to make sure that this is like magic stank, so there's no like prestidigitation that gets rid of it. It's magic stank.
No, it's definitely magic stank. They would have to. It would have to be a very hefty bath. It's like trying to wash like God. Why am I sucking with the names of things? Pepe Le Pew, the type of animal skunk. There we go. It'd be like trying to wash like. I swear, I've got
yes.
like early
Skunk
onset
spray.
Alzheimer's or something.
All right.
It's because you're going against the grain of a Christmas session.
All right. Potion of Witch's Stank. We'll just say, well, it's a. This is a brimstone special. It technically is. Well, not technically, it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Wish to summon Santa.
All right.
And I want to ride in his sleigh into battle.
You know what? If you would be interested in getting literally a sleigh to replace your carpet, I'm not opposed.
That would be oh, that would be great. Yes, Lucas.
But all right, so dawn is on the horizon. Whoever slept in the room next to Bond didn't get much sleep, so you would probably had to have slept on the opposite side of the ship. Dawn, again, it's dawn, and you see kind of off on the horizon a variety of streetlights. As you can tell, you are now coming upon the slums that is Daggerport. Now, it's up to you guys. Are you taking your ship into the city and parking it in their less than adequate skyport, or are you finding somewhere more subtle outside the city to touch down? What are you doing?
We're not trying to announce ourselves coming into this thing. The whole point is we're going to try and sneak in on this girl.
Okay. Just keep in mind, they said that inside the confines of the city, they would probably have eyes and ears everywhere. I don't know if you have a plan for not being discovered when you enter the city, but there will be people all over the place, and you have no idea who works for who as you're walking through these city streets.
I mean, I just say, can we not get some disguises, and I'll just.
You could just go with conventional disguises if you want to, cover your face with hoods. But either way, this definitely involves a change of music because this is a much more dark area that you were going into. So,
well, Lucas can cast disguise self at will,
Atlanta?
so I'll just go ahead and make myself look like the usual thug type dude, like straight up like missing one tooth here, gold tooth over on this side, dreadlocks. Why not? I've always wanted to try it out. Little face tattoo here, like the little prison, tear mark, because I've been crying for the last day and a half.
Not because you've murdered somebody.
Oh, I don't even know if Anat has PTSD. He has a lot of built-up rage. I don't know how he's gonna handle this.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this music.
I will say, just heads up, I'm not going to be able to teleport us out if things go bad like last time. I am going to go ahead and burn my 9th level spell to go and get Bond set up, because I think, we're going to need it. So I'll still go through and cast Foresight on Bond.
Okay.
So, did you rest us, Gavin?
Oh, sorry, let me do that. Yes, let me long rest you guys. You would estimate that upon the time of your arrival in the city, at best, you've got 4 hours before this meeting goes down. It's about 6 a.m. You were all able to get 6 or 7 hours of rest. Enough to benefit from a long rest.
Dumb question. Before the rest takes effect, could I have made a simulacrum?
Would you have the money for that?
How much does it cost again?
I think it was 5,000.
Yep, I have plenty.
Okay. Yeah. You have a 7th level slot.
I have an 8th level slot.
Well, that'll work.
So I will have done that and made him, and then
Keeping in mind, if you make the simulacrum right now, it will have whatever spell slots that you have left. Minus an 8th level slot.
Yeah, you're right. So, in fact, let's not do that. I'll wait till I rest, and then I'll make him with the 7th level slot.
There you go.
That works?
Sure.
Okie dokie.
And keep in mind, he won't have anything, so you'll have to give him whatever he needs.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, but yeah, let me go ahead and hit the long rest. There you go. Actually, keep in mind also, simulacrum takes a while to cast.
How long?
Trying to look.
I don't remember. Here, I can double check if I need to. Where is it? Standard preparation, level 7. Simulacrum. 12 hours.
You wouldn't have had 12 hours even from the time that your rest would have started.
Yeah, I'd have had 12.
It
Oh,
would
well.
have taken a wish cast to get it out in
I
time.
tried. It's fine.
You could use your wish to do that, or you could use your wish for the Hero's Feast, whatever you think is more prudent.
I was going to say that would be a moot point. I shan't do it that way.
So,
Okay.
anyway, let's take 5 because I have to go to the bathroom. But
Cool.
during this break, if any of you guys have any extra minutes before I get back, be talking about how you're getting into the city, what approach you're taking, how you're hiding yourself, how you're disguising yourself, and what you want to do first, and where you want to go first. There's like an upper district of the city, which still isn't great, but there are people who just live here. There are just regular civilians here. They don't have the best quality of life, and why the hell they stay there, I have no idea. But there are people that just live here. There's businesses, there's taverns. When you get into the lower city, that's where you're getting murdered in an alleyway. So right now you're entering into the upper city, so you're not necessarily in immediate danger, but it's crowded. You never know what might be waiting around the corner, and even disguising yourself, you're still strangers in this city. If anybody detects that you're not there, that in and of itself would be immediate attention. Because typically those who would come to visit the city would not be doing so for a good reason.
Strangers in the night.
But I'll be right back, and then we'll keep going.
Wandering in the night. What were the chances? The light is through. Strangers in the night. So what's the plan, boss? I tried to do a simulacrum. Didn't take the 9th into consideration. Would have worked, but didn't have enough time.
I mean, I think just keep on what we were doing before, right? If you want to burn your night, then we'll take a hero's feast for breakfast and roll out. I think once we start getting into the city, we got one chick that kind of knows her way around. She leads the group, and the rest of us just get disguised to blend in with regular denizens of the city so we don't look like visitors.
Okay, and it's worth it because I won't have the 9th for combat.
I mean, Heroes Feast does a lot of things, so
It does. Okay, I'm
that's
cool with it.
It's your choice, man. I'm not trying to put. If you feel like you want to just make sure you still have that for as an emergency backup, so be it.
I mean, not that I would do anything special with it. As we saw in the last big fight, they were just like, "Nuh-uh," and kind of shook it off.
Oh, that's right. You used it for Force Cage.
Force Cage. Yeah.
Which you just bamfed out anyway. Yeah.
That didn't make me too happy. So yeah, we can go ahead and feast it up. I do believe that'll be the best course of action.
Yeah, I think Kirval, does it become immune to poison and being frightened?
So there, now, it depends, right? I could do this, and it would have the same effect initially. I could use the 9th level spell. No, because then I wouldn't have it. Nope, never mind. I had a good idea, and then I realized it wasn't. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it.
Your call, man. Like if you feel like you just want to have that, that's fine. It was just a suggestion. So
No. It's fine. I'm trying to figure out a way to capitalize if I can do anything to do it, but I can't. It's all or nothing. But I don't have any good ideas of anything I would use it for if I didn't. So it's fine. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
all right. Well, if you do that, you want to roll 2d10 because that's how much your hit points are going to go up.
Yes. 1, 2. Please be good rolls.
Not bad. Now, I will say something that happened in campaign 1 that was always a constant thing when it was introduced Heroes Feast. Remember what your hit points were before you got Heroes Feast.
Yeah.
So, saying it here now, my hit point max is 173 pre-Heroes Feast. So now it's going to go up to 186. Oh, God damn. Alright, sorry about that. And while we're having the feast, I'm going to give a nice little toast about, I had to process a lot of emotions the last day, but I feel like we've come back together. Sometimes things are stronger when they've been broken and recongealed under the heat of absolute fucking rage because of how pissed off we are.
Yeah.
And everybody is going to get, what is it now? 19 plus 7, 26 temporary hit points. As I give an inspiring speech.
So how many in total?
So your hit point maximum goes up by 13 for your thing, and then everybody gets 26 temporary hit points because of my thing.
So our total goes up by 13, which that for me is 165, and then we get 26. You said 26 or temporary?
26 temporary.
Nice. That's actually pretty solid right there.
That's why I took that feat.
That is pretty groovy. Let me go ahead and mark off that spell slot. Dooby dooby doo.
Alright. Hey,
Da 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 dee da. Is he back yet?
He's there, but his mic is muted.
Oh, my mic was muted. Damn it.
So,
Okay.
would you do me a favor?
Sure. What you
Do
need?
yourself a favor. We're doing Heroes Feast. He already rolled. It's 13 hit point max and it's going up. Do you want to go ahead and apply that? Because as soon as anybody comes in on the next session, they're not going to remember, like, well, what was my hit points before the feast? After the feast? Did you already apply? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And we're going to do that back and forth thing that we always did in campaign 1 of the feast.
Marte, have you changed your max HP yet?
I've changed mine and Molly's.
So,
I already
Marte,
added
it was
13
yours was
to it.
what, 152?
153. No, yeah, 152. My apologies.
And then
All
while
right, I
you're
typed it in.
while you're at that, everybody gets 26 temporary hit points because I gave my inspiring speech.
That is a nice, inspiring speech.
So 152. Sean, you've got that in your notes, right?
What?
The what your max HP is?
Yeah. Mine is normally 173. It's now at 186.
Only.
And haven't added it to bonds yet, so let me do that. It goes up by 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe I type it into his notes. I'm guessing at this point that we're just not getting Lee tonight.
No, it's
No.
only 840, dude. No, or almost 850. We were supposed to be on here over an hour ago.
Yeah. All right. His HP. Max HP at 19 is.
You better hurry up and finish the campaign, because once that kid's born, he ain't never coming back.
He still plans on playing. He told me that he wants to play in campaign 3.
They're gonna have 4 kids?
Yeah, I mean.
Whew. No, I'm talking to Gavin. Stacy was like, "What? What?"
Yeah, we're getting quadruplets, guys.
Not us. That ship has sailed.
I gotta roll my
That
secret
procedure is
dice.
terrible, but I'd do it again.
All right, so I got his typed
Oh.
in.
Whoa. One of them's
97.
okay. One of them's balls.
All right.
Those were not my best port dice. Oh well.
Okay. By the way, yeah, in campaign 3, I'm definitely making it a rule that nobody can roll for hit points anymore. It just makes it so much easier if I have to calculate HP retroactively. I can just do it from level 1. Everybody takes the average in campaign 3 for hit points.
Yeah. Well. So we got everybody locked in on their hit dice, so we don't have to play that confusion game.
Yes. Yeah, I've got it in everybody's notes.
Sweet. All right. So I guess
And
we're
26 temporary hit points.
26
got that in
temporary
for
hit
Bond.
points. Yeah.
Cool.
And we're, like I said, Lucas can cast disguise self at will, so I'll throw that up. And going off of Olive Briggs, basically, we're just gonna get disguises and, look like regular denizens and not visitors as best we can.
Yeah, I mean, she when she gets out, she wears sort of a scout cloak. You notice that her attire has changed a little bit. Instead of like a blue crop top corset, she's wearing like a black one, and as well as like her clothes look a little more tattered and just not as high class as they did before. And she has like a scout cloak that just goes like down to her shoulders that she has pulled over her head. And as far as like the rest of her, people are used to seeing shifters here, so she doesn't really have to hide the fact that she has like a tail or like fox ears or anything. But
Okay, well,
so she gets out and says, just sort of in a low voice, "Keep your heads down. I think it's best if I lead the way for now."
how much time do we have to play with here?
3 to 4 hours. 4 if you're lucky.
Okay. Yeah, I would say just get us in the vicinity of where we think that this chick is going to be, and then I'll do my thing to try and track her down.
Luckily, she has an extremely high passive perception. I need everybody to tell me what their passive perception is, by the way, so I can take note of it. It's going to come into play at multiple points while you're going through this city.
Mine's balls, dude.
Then passive investigation also comes into play in certain situations as well.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I know it's high. Mine's like real high. How do you calculate that again?
It is 10 plus your intelligence, and then you add either proficiency or expertise, depending on what you have.
Fortunately, I was able to look it up on D&D Beyond. My passive investigation is 25.
Damn.
I've got expertise in investigation and
Yeah.
advantage.
Okay, so let me check my notes real quick. I think immediately that nets you some extra details.
Actually, if you have advantage on all your investigation checks, does it raise it even further?
By 5. It goes up by 5.
I don't know if that already took into account on D&D Beyond. When I looked it up, it just says my passive investigation is 25.
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is 16.
Okay, so your regular bonus would be 13, plus you add expertise, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's plus 12. That makes it 25. No, your passive investigation is 30 if you always have advantage.
There you go. That's my passive investigation. It's 30.
Okay. So,
I'm fucking Sherlock Holmes in this bitch. Let's go.
then this is what you get, Lucas. As you are making your way through the city, you feel a bit of a crunch underneath your foot. And you lean down and you notice what that crunch came from appears to be some very fragile, dilapidated, draconic-like scale. Very faint, extremely faint, and in fact, you would have to be an incredibly observant person to notice this. But following in a direction in front of you, almost as if it's a consistent direction in front of you, you see little flakes of scales that continue off and jut into an alleyway to the left.
So, dragon scales, like, the same type of dragon scales of old girl?
Not necessarily. These are very dilapidated, almost rotten dragon scales. A dragon scale should be much tougher than that. It shouldn't have shattered just by stepping on it.
Do I know, like, when you say dilapidated, as in, like, it's old? It
Like
was...
fragile. That's all I'm going to give you. It
Right,
seems to
I'm
be
trying-
a dragon scale of subpar quality.
Okay, I'll just point this out to the group. I guess this is something we can follow. I don't really know, like, what that means of, like, hey, it's dilapidated dragon scales. Like, I get that this chick that we're going after is part dragon. Just out of curiosity, then, because I've got an inkling of a feeling here. Does it look like it could be part of an undead dragon?
Potentially, yes.
But it doesn't look like the scales we saw on her.
No. You're on the
Well-
right track, but I'm not going to connect the dots for you.
Well, if I'm on the right track, then that sounds like this is maybe the track to follow. So I'll point this out to the group, and I guess we'll follow it.
Okay. As you crest around this corner, you notice there's sort of like a fire escape, headed up a brick building. This alleyway is dotted with a series of electrical lamps, and as you enter the alleyway, you catch sort of a pungent smell. To just paint the ambiance for you, you sort of hear just a steady flicker of just a zzz, 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 like an electrical, just the sound of like an electrical humming as a lamp around this corner is just kind of flickers on and off. There is a fire escape going up a brick building in front of you, as well as there seems to be a large amount of just sort of smoke coming out. What looks like some sort of maybe a chimney stack or maybe a steam furnace or something that's sort of heavily obscures the top of this building.
Do we still see the dragon scales of where they might lead us?
They seem to have stopped abruptly as you crested around the corner of this alleyway.
Any idea on, like, where whomever was leaving these behind, where they might have gone?
Let's get some perception checks. Investigation gets you in the ballpark. Perception pinpoints.
It's usually the other way around, but alright. My perception is terrible.
That was investigation. I was asking for perception.
Oh yeah, with my nat 1, let's go. I'm gonna roll for Kelly. Kelly is not feeling well, so she gets to.
Okay.
But she's got some pretty decent perception.
Why didn't you just take my investigation?
That's actually not bad.
And then, I don't know, I guess if you want to roll for Bon.
Which he's actually pretty damn good at perception. He is incredibly perceptive, actually. I think he
Yeah,
is.
and
Does
he's
he
also
have
got
expert-
reliable talent.
Yeah. So he can't roll, what, less than a 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good at perception. So okay, so the reliable talent kicked in and gave him a 19. Between Molly and Bon, you think you might have heard some footsteps, some faint taps coming from the rooftop. It's likely whatever came down this alleyway rapidly ascended the fire escape.
Rapidly as in they felt they were being followed, or rapidly just because they were just going?
Just because they were just going.
Alright, well, we're following a person that might be of interest, so I guess we're going up.
Okay. So you ascend to this fire escape, and I'm planning on doing a lot of this as sort of theater of the mind. And you ascend this fire escape and arrive on a concrete rooftop. There's little gaps between buildings that you see off in the distance. I'd say probably about 100 to 120 feet away from you. This cloaked figure jumping from rooftop to rooftop. As it lands, it does sort of like a parkour roll, and they are actively fleeing. You don't really know what it is. You can't make out any details of the creature, but...
Well, if they're actively fleeing, is there any hint of what they're fleeing from, or are they just booking it in a direction?
They seem to be booking it in the very opposite direction from that alleyway that which you just ascended the fire escape in.
Okay. We still got time, right? Even if we go after this thing, it's not like we're on the...
You've got at least 3 hours, maybe 4, but you'd be taking a gamble if you pushed it past 3.
Alright, well...
I will say, with the perception check that Molly and Bon got, as this creature sort of comes out of one of these rolls, you see what appears to be a very faded green lizard-like tail underneath its cloak.
I mean, this sounds like a lot of just getting baited here, but... I'll look to the group, even though, like, pretty much nobody is here except for Marte. What are your thoughts, fellas? Are we just gonna chase this thing? Because if we're in it, then we might as well commit. And if we're not, then...
Are you in a chasing mood?
Well, it's either we can chase this thing, or we're just gonna go stick around for a couple hours, so I guess we got a little bit of time to kill. For good, bad, or otherwise, we can give this thing a go.
Ayla's not waiting for you to decide. She's already running. She's like, you consider the possibility that it might betray the fact that we're here, as she's moving.
I don't like the idea of wasting resources, but she does make a fair point. So if we can conservatively handle it, then I say chase.
Let me look at her staff of power and see what it has. Yes, she has a staff of power.
Oh, I saw it the moment that you ever made the description. I compared her staff to mine.
Oh yeah, yours is certainly better.
Found hers to be lacking. I've got quite the beefy staff.
That's the thing about artificers, though. I love the fact that they can just ignore class requirements, because she's able to cast spells way more powerful than an artificer should be able to do, just by the fact that she has this staff. What is the radius of, or what is the range of Wall of Force? Let's see. It's got a range of 120 feet.
Yep, that's true.
You can form it into a hemispherical dome. Yeah, she's just going to pop a Wall of Force on this thing. Immediately over it in a hemispherical dome. And stop it in place.
Alright, well, let's move on up to investigate.
So, you approach, and this creature sort of like backs into this invisible wall. In fact, it doesn't know, and just sort of heavily thuds against the wall. Doing so, its hood drops. And what you see appears to be a half dragon with green scales and completely white eyes. Some of its scales seem to be sort of rotting off of its skin, but at the same time, compared to a typical undead, which you imagine this creature would be, its muscle sinews seem to be holding up much better, especially if it's able to move in such a nimble fashion. It just sort of eyes you wordlessly as it keeps its back square against the wall of force. You recognize this creature to be a Dracolexy, which you have is of a different color. You encountered blue Dracolexy back outside of Darkholm. This is a green Dracolexy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the minions of the Black Diamond.
Yeah, essentially undead half dragons, for lack of a better description. They're technically something totally different, but for as far as you're concerned, they're undead half dragons.
Well, all
And
right.
he eyes you wordlessly, with letting out a subtle guttural hiss as he looks in your direction.
Looks like we got ourselves a prisoner of war here. Anand, I'm not really one for what is the term that I'm trying to look for now? Questioning, I guess. What do you want to call that?
Interrogating?
There we go. Man, I couldn't think of the term.
She's gonna cast message to each of you, and just say, "Be swift. We have 10 minutes until this wall drops."
I am not the most charismatic individual, but willing to try. What do we want to know? I'm saying this in I believe I have a message too. I'll say this as well. What do we want to know?
I mean, really, we want to know where Marleatox is located at. We're here for her. I mean, if anything else, we can try and find out like what their overall goal is here, that they're trying to meet with the Cabal, the Eclipse Cabal. But I mean, the end game here is we're really trying to find Marleatox. But
Yeah,
we're setting up shop in here. We can try and get more of the details of why they're trying to make an alliance with people here when they've basically been saying that they're so overpowered they don't need any kind of alliance with anybody on the planet.
I'm really missing a person who's dedicated to this because I'm looking through all of my stuff and I'm not equipped.
You know what? Actually, this isn't usually Lucas's thing, but Lucas is pretty pissed, so I'll give it a go.
Okay, please. I truly don't think I have anything for this one.
I try to get away from this because I don't do this since campaign 1, but Bond's not here right now. Alright, Lucas will just lay on up against the wall of force again. Well, yeah, just, sure. I don't look like me, but no, that's fine.
Hey, I'm here. Hey, what y'all need? I heard
We
my
need
name.
somebody to interrogate, my man.
Oh, okay. Who we? Give me some. Give me the rundown. Give me the down low.
We found one of the minions of the Black Diamond Guard, right? Remember,
One of the
like,
Dracolexy.
remember when we were fighting the big blue dragon in the last session, and like there was all the little blue Dracolexy folks that were like his little minions there.
Yeah.
They're
found-
basically
I got-
undead dragon creatures.
Okay.
We
So,
found a
hey-
green one, and we know we're in the same town. I don't know if you've heard the rest of the session, but we're in the town
Yeah.
with Marleatox, who's a green
Okay.
dragon. So this is a green
right.
Dracolexy.
Hey, so Gavin, you know William, you know how to make the persuasion check to get the shoot, right?
You don't have to
Yeah.
anymore. You literally can't roll low enough.
You're right, but can I do that persuasion check to make it do the animation, but not actually fire the weapon?
Well, keep in mind, he's stuck in a wall of force that's in a semicircle holding him in place.
That's fine. I pull out William, the big rifle. I literally hold it with one hand, point it at his head, and said, "If you don't tell us what we need to know in about 10 seconds, your head's gonna get blown off."
He says to you, "If I do tell you what you need to know, I will face a fate even worse."
Hey, do we still have that item that will send him to the plane of basically non-existence?
Yeah, we got like 3 of them.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we could do that.
You want to be trapped in eternal darkness? I'm pretty sure it's worse than being dead.
Is there actually? I'm only asking this because it determines what sort of roll you make. Is that a real item?
We do
Yeah.
have an item that literally will send them to the ethereal, or like to what is
I
it?
forget what the plane is named. It's where those specific weirdos come from.
You got it for your wedding gift.
Yes.
He got it for his wedding gift.
Oh,
Yes.
the
got it for his
far
wedding gift.
realm.
Yes, the
Yes.
far realm. That's it.
Wait, I have a thing that sends people to the far realm?
Yes, yes, you got it for your wedding
Literally
present.
send someone to the far realm.
Items that I
What?
give you guys that I think will never matter.
What did you give me that sends people to the far realm?
It can open up
You
a
can
portal to
literally-
the far realm.
Yes, yes,
you
it
can literally
can.
open up the portal to the far realm and throw him in it.
Yeah, so to the space between realities.
Yes.
So if you don't
Okay.
tell us where
You gave me
where-
well. A lot of my wedding gifts you gave them to me, but it looks like they haven't been identified. Like Black Crystal
Oh.
Tablet, Architect's Disdain,
I
Amulet
think
of the
that
Plains.
might be it. The Black Crystal Tablet. Let me
Yeah,
look.
I can't pull up the description even whenever I open it up.
Where
I
is
have
it
so
at?
many magic items.
Yeah, they need to have a search bar in here, really.
Anyways, we do have the item. I'm not bluffing. I'm not lying.
Okay,
So
then give me an intimidation check with advantage.
go ahead and roll it for me.
All right, that's right. Okay.
And I can roll
So-
dice on this, can I? I have physical dice. If you want, if I can roll physical dice.
Go for it. I'll trust you.
Yeah.
Can't roll less than a 10 anyway.
Yeah, I can't roll.
I see Lucas has an elvish privilege card that Anand gave to him.
That's an 18. That's an 18 natural roll.
Nice. Okay, so adding your charisma to that, that's a 20.
Nice. Nice.
Charisma, wouldn't it be his intimidation, or is he not proficient in intimidation?
He's not proficient.
Oh, wow.
But he says to you, you're starting to get through. You're starting to get through, but he says to you, above all, I serve Dogothoth. There's no force in this universe more terrifying than him.
Luckily, this universe isn't where you're going to be going to.
All right, Lucas, you know what to do. Open up the portal.
Open it up.
Okay, what did you want to know?
Are you sure? Because once I open this thing up, there's no going back. Like, he's going in there. Like, I can't even stop it once it starts.
Ask your bloody questions.
There you go, Lucas. Figure out what we need to know.
Where is Marleya Tox?
He's looking real hesitant to answer. He says she's at the basilisk den.
Insight check.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
I'm terrible at this.
Me too. Ooh.
15.
That's still
With
better
my
than
plus
me.
1.
Yeah.
So, Lucas, I will say this. He's probably not lying necessarily. But he's a little tight-lipped.
Look, I'm just gonna be simple with you. I don't have the time or the patience. We were gonna go find her either way. I can just check you into this portal and call it a day, or you might actually have a chance. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're pretty pissed off. So, I don't give a shit about you. I just don't. You can get out of this. Maybe. If we go out and take out Marleya Tox, maybe you can make a run for it. But you're not going to leave here if you don't give me the information I want. You're not going to leave.
He looks at you dead in the face and says, I don't intend to. As you notice, he procures a black orb from his pocket. I need initiative rolls from everybody to see if you can beat him into doing what he's trying to do.
Well, he's got a wall of force surrounding him. Do we have that ability to get into that?
She can drop a wall of force on a dime, which she is going to go ahead
that's right.
and
It's not force
do.
cage.
Yeah, it's concentration. I will say that you, Anand, maybe not Lucas, but Anand, you 100% notice that this orb is heavily infused with gravity magic.
Oh yeah, I would definitely notice that.
So this is just to see if you can act before he does what he's trying to do. I need to draw up his NPC sheet. All right, initiative roll gets a plus.
Hey, Gavin,
Yeah,
I'll
gets
be
it pretty.
right there. Can I slide a hand check, grab it from his hand? Because I'm right in front of him.
He was backed against the opposite side of the wall of force.
Opposite side of the wall of force, so we're split.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to reach him. Let me roll initiative for you. As of right now, the only person who's rolled a higher initiative than him is Molly.
Would
let me
gravity
look.
magic
I would roll
work?
mine at advantage. I would roll my
Yes.
initiative at advantage.
I'm trying to figure
I'll
out
roll
what
it.
the gravity magic would do, because the wall
He's
of force
trying
cannot
to
be
eat
moved.
himself with a singularity. He's
Ah,
trying to
okay.
kill himself.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Oh my god. Molly, you're the only one going before him. He's holding what looks to be an orb of devastation in his hand. Not that you would know what that is, but the rest of you, the arcane casters, would know that pretty much when he activates this, it is going to suck him into oblivion and compress his body down to a single pinpoint
Sounds
and
nice.
obliterate him completely.
But he
Did you
is
roll
not.
my initiative at advantage?
I did, and you rolled
Okay.
a 5 and a 1.
Wow. Okay, that's good. That's fine.
But it's not been activated yet. Is the thing. It's like
No,
charging
it's
up.
in
It is
his
not.
hand. You were trying to stop him from activating it.
Yeah,
Molly, it's on Molly.
Molly's just gonna go straight to disarm it. Like, not
Can-
just disarm
Can
it.
she get through the? Is the
She
full wall
dropped
of
it.
force on top of all of us?
She dropped it. So there's a clear path to get to him.
Yeah, she's just gonna go straight for like, literally trying to yank the thing out of his hand.
All right. That's going to be an athletics check versus his acrobatics.
So she'll bonus action pop a rage, and then
Okay.
yeah.
It's on.
So that's a nat 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is a rogue with expertise. Let's see.
But it's a nat 20.
So I swear he only has a proficiency bonus of 5 and a dexterity of 20. Nothing crazy, but I just rolled really well.
To beat a nat 20?
I rolled a nat 19.
That's still not a nat 20.
Nat 20 is not an auto success on skill checks.
Oh, hang on one second.
Yes.
That was a strange.
She can try twice. Trying to grapple somebody is only an attack. She can try twice.
Well, I didn't. What did he roll, a 34? No, even with a nat 20, that's a 32, because I rolled a strength check, not an athletics check. But, okay.
Ah, yeah.
So she'll go again. But, yeah, it was a 32. It was still a loss, but... For the second one... Da-da-da-da.
Oh, I wanted the silvery barb if I could.
You can take
get-
reactions, sure. If you want a silvery barbs, make sure you mark off the slot. But yeah,
I'm gonna silvery barb and I'm gonna give advantage to Molly.
She's already got advantage, but...
she
Oh.
can save it. But Okay, so he has to re-roll that first one. So
Yeah,
let's see.
and he's got to beat a 32 for the first one.
Yeah. Well, that is a 20. So, yeah, she gets it. He holds on for dear life. He tries to get away, but she pops this thing right out of his hand.
I would like to think she takes it out of his hand, and with the other one, she just like bops him on the nose and goes, "No."
And I was
she's
gonna
got
say,
him
ooh, I
straight up
want one of
grappled.
those. I want one of those. Give me that. And he's gonna send Mage Hand over there to grab it.
You would know that basically when it is crushed, it's just gonna. I mean, it's essentially it's like what's that spell that you have that draws things in close to it?
Gravity
whenever it's
sinkhole?
activated? It's basically a gravity sinkhole. But if the person is holding it that uses it, then it does a ton of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, but this thing hasn't been activated yet, right?
No,
Yeah.
it hasn't been
Yeah,
activated.
that's so I want it. Can you drop the item in chat?
No, because I haven't made an item for it yet. But let me look up the globe. Well, it's a globe of devastation or whatever it's called. A globe of something. Globe of. It was in Critical Role in one episode too. What's it called? It was in like Vecna's den or whatever, and one of them almost died because they touched it.
Either way, since the second attack didn't need to do that, I just say Molly will just use that 28 athletics and just grapple this dude and just keep him down. That way he doesn't go anywhere.
And
Okay.
well, I guess you don't need me to do that if you're doing that. While he's holding him down, I'm gonna come over there and aid him by tying him up with rope, like hog tie.
He just yells through the grapple. There's nothing I can tell you that wouldn't be obsolete information by the time it was relevant.
Hey,
Oh, that's great. Then that means you're fully extendable. Extendable. Ew, that's weird. Expendable.
why don't you tell us why you guys are in town anyway? Why are you bothering to make deals with folks on the planet if you're planning on just destroying it?
He says, maybe not for this world. And this is when his tone gets a little more sinister. How do you think the Black Diamond Emperor has risen to the power that it has? What's useful in each world, we recruit, we bring into our army, and we take it to the next. Our power only grows if none have been able to stop us before. You stand a little chance.
Every empire breaks eventually. I don't know. I got nothing better to do. And I tend to enjoy being alive and keeping my friends alive. So I asked you once, I'm going to ask you again, and I'm going to be honest, I'm about to really get upset here. If you want to say I can play games anymore, where's Marleya Talks?
In the Undercity.
Right, okay. Listen, I'm literally about to start yanking your teeth out.
Let's see what I've got here.
So he says, he repeats the same thing. She's at the Basilisk Den.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Go ahead and
walk
flip him
over.
over, put him like on his back. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I really have lost patience here. So let's just let's put this one on here. And I found out I've got a bunch of mimic acid, so I'm just gonna pour that on his eyeballs.
Ooh.
I'm not really that
As
kind of
he's doing
guy, but
that-
I am not a very happy person at the moment. So let's play this game.
Hey, real quick. As he's doing that, I take my dagger and I start cutting his Achilles' heels.
You're cutting his tendons.
Okay. I will say this, Lucas. As he gets flipped over, and as you go to pour the acid on his eyes, you do it. But then he opens up his mouth and blah, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. There we go.
All right, that's a pass. So you take 11 points of poison damage as
I'm
he
immune
just
to poison.
breathes. Oh, that's right. So he breathes this green smoke into your face, and it does absolutely nothing.
In fact, I open my mouth, and then you even see just this black symbiotic tar creature come out of my mouth, eats it, and then goes back down my throat. I'm not really someone you want to fuck with today. Or ever, but especially today.
Oh. He just with wide, well, I can't say wide eyes because he has acid in his eyes, but as you hear that, he screeches, "What are you?"
A guy with a very little amount of patience.
Yeah.
Where's
it's been a
Morlea
bad day.
talks?
He says, "I don't know what you want me to say."
I want an actual location. If I wanted to go and say hi to my friend, where would I find her specifically? What does
She's
she look
at
like
the
today?
bloody basilisk den.
Okay, well, you're not telling me something here. So why don't you tell me what it is I want to know? I mean, I'm going to be honest. We just getting started. We can keep going.
I don't know what she looks like. He says, I swear I don't know what she looks like. I don't know.
Right. So what is she doing at the Black Basilisk? Where is she going to be?
Right now, she's in the main dining hall. As far as who she is, I don't know. She's there, observing. She waits for her meeting with the Eclipse Cabal's leader.
And
She wants her information network.
And if one of you needed to get in touch with her, how would you do so?
He looks up at you and says, "She'll kill me. You can't do anything worse to me than she can."
Well, if she's not in the picture, then again, I'm going to tell you right now. Your odds today are not looking good. I'm not going to lie to you. They're not looking good, period. But there's a chance. There's a chance that you might actually get out of here. Do you want your existence to end today? All thought, everything that you've ever had, every moment you've had in your life leading up to this will end today if you don't play along.
He says,
Oh,
Oh, if you were going to say something, go ahead.
yeah, I was just going to say, to emphasize this point, the moment that he says that, he will have noticed that I've been totally, like, kind of playing with the dagger this entire time. That I sprayed a little poison on the end of it, and I just jab it into the back of his calf.
Oh, the poison does nothing to him.
Oh, poison, switch, fire. It's just red hot.
And I'll also say, Anand, because I haven't made you RP this element enough.
Yeah.
You're a Vold, and you're getting a
Yeah.
little thirsty. And
Ooh,
you can
yeah, that is a good
smell
one.
you can smell the magic coming off
That
of
is
this creature.
true. Okay. So can I go and erect my claws in his face and just hit him right in the side of the neck and start to drink?
You can.
I'll let Lucas do the talking. I'll just act it out.
All right. If that's what you are doing, I'm gonna say that you would have advantage on this. Just give me an attack roll using. Just roll a d20. With it, just roll 2 d20s, take the highest, and add your dex to it. Okay, so 18.
I did not mean to do
and
that. Yes, but
what's
18.
your at dex is 4 and proficiency is that's a 28. That hits. So do you have it on here? No, you do not, because you actually haven't had many occasions to use this in combat because you're not much of a melee combatant.
No, I never use it. The
I mean,
spikes.
what are you trying to do here? You can't pull magic from this guy. Like, I mean, He's
Well-
full health. I'm just saying.
He could pull magic from him.
I know, but like, does this give him an ability or something? Like, does he get a spell slot back? Because he doesn't have any spell slots that he's burned through except for his 9th.
Oh, this is just part of the torture, but I
Yeah.
was getting some
That's why I was
drinking
wondering.
on.
Like, do we need to run and calculate the numbers?
Well, let's see.
Mana drain. As an attack, a bony spine protrudes
You
from
heal
your wrist.
yourself, but you're at full health anyway, so
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
it wouldn't
that's what I'm
matter.
saying.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. This is just RP then. So he says to you, okay, just find someone there who looks like me, another Dracolexy, and mutter the word phlogiston. She will find you herself.
Oh wow, I take their spell slots away when I do this. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I don't really want her to find us. That's kind of the point, but that's what I
We
was
don't
trying.
find her, they find us. That is the point.
All right. Anybody else have any other questions here? I mean,
He says, so, you're gonna let me go now. I
I'm
played
gonna be
along.
honest. This is the thing, and I don't know if you're gonna have an answer, but what was y'all's out strategy? Were you guys planning on just playing nice this entire time with these folks? Or were you guys going to have anybody else that's going to be on any backup that was going to come in?
So, this is me asking. I'm not really sure what
Oh,
you're
sorry.
asking.
I'm asking if they're planning on like just following through with this. It's going to be a deal, and it's not like what we had, where hey, they're in the talks, and all of a sudden there's going to be some. Do they have any reinforcement ends in the wings that we need to watch out for? Is really kind of my question.
Oh. He says, she did not come here alone. There are many of my kind here in the city. Many of my kind in the Basilisk's den. You attack her, you will be slaughtered.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Anybody else have anything?
No. You want to keep him?
No, I'm good, and I'll just jam my dagger through his eyeball through his brain.
Okay.
Okay, he lets out a few gurgle noises, reaches up towards you like he's trying to like claw at you, and his arm drops limp.
Does this guy have anything else on him aside from the super magic orb thing for gravity magic?
Let's look.
He's gonna say he's a rogue. He has to.
So he has a couple things on him. Let me see if I made an item for this. Let's see. No, but I can make one real quick. He has an item, and I will drop the stat block for you in just a moment. Yeah, I mean, he's got a little magical rifle. Looks like to be like a bolt-action rifle that he keeps slung across his back. He's got a rapier on his hip. The rapier looks to be just like a +1 magic rapier. You can have that if you want to. Then he also has what's known as a shadow rifle, which is literally just a +1 bolt-action rifle that does 2d6 of necrotic damage on a hit and can shoot through solid walls.
I'm just gonna strap that on me for the time being, not to actually use it, and then I'm gonna disguise self to look like this dude.
Is that thing?
Nick, you started talking, then we didn't hear the rest of it. I heard is that thing.
So this is the item. I just threw it together real quick. Oh, I forgot to add the magic tag to it.
Don't forget to put the Orb of Annihilation.
Yeah, I I gotta remember the exact name of what they are called. It's an orb of something. I'll figure it out.
Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we know where she's going to be. We know that there's going to be some reinforcements. Well, not real reinforcements, but she's going to have a bunch more little minions in there. And I'm going to be honest, we don't really have any allies that we need to make at this place. So if she's already at the tavern, I guess that's where we're going.
So Ayla speaks up and says, let me take the lead on the way down there. I mean, I think we all know as well as I do that we're clearly walking to a trap in this.
I don't think it's a trap. I think we're going into a lion's den, but I really don't expect that they're going to know that we're coming. We snuck in, found this guy. I mean, there's going to be a lot of lookouts, but as long as we can make our way over there without drawing too much attention, I don't want to stall it out. I don't want to go in there and spy. I want to go in and ambush. We know where she's at. We can look her down a little bit more. I'll be honest. If we're curious of what she looks like, I can find that out right now.
Assuming that doesn't change by the time we arrive.
Well, the idea, I'm going to guess she's already in the tavern, it sounds like. So if she's already there, sitting around, she's probably in whatever form she's going to be. That would be my assumption. And I'll be honest, my game plan, unless somebody else has anything, is we're headed there now.
Well, if you have a way of looking upon her, she will likely have protections in place that would prevent from being scryed upon. Do you have a means of dealing with that?
Yeah, that's not an issue.
She throws her hands up. By all means.
I'm just saying, like, if we're doing this, we're going. Is everybody ready to go?
I have no
She
objections.
says, a couple options, and I will leave it up to you for what role you would like me to take in this fight. I have this, and she shows the Staff of Power. Or I have this, and she shows the Staff of Healing. I can only use one.
I'm going to be honest, this chick hits hard and heavy. So having some heals would definitely be beneficial. In fact, I would say it might not be a terrible idea for you to, when we get into the thick of it, if you want to stay in the back lines and stay out of the way as best you can, just to make sure that if any of us go down, we get popped back up.
She just goes loud and clear and gives you a big smile, and she pulls out her Dwarven Thrower, but she can, again, throw.
Is there any buffs you can give us when everything starts to go down?
Well, this staff, it can cast Cure Wounds, Mass Cure Wounds, and Lesser Restoration.
And then like a bless or something like that? I don't know.
Let me look at what her spells are. Pull up her character sheet. And as well as if any of you guys would like to see her character sheet, I don't mind opening it up. So, tell you what, if you guys would like to see her character sheet, I can show you. Or at least one of you would be able to see it. You'd at least be able to look like her spells. So, there you go. And once you see her saving throw proficiencies, just know that's how artificers work. It's freaking busted. They literally get a bonus to all their saving throws for every item that they're attuned to. On top of that, she has an epic boon. So she has the boon of magic resistance. So she gets a +9 bonus on top of all her regular bonuses to all of her saving throws and has advantage. She's somebody that might actually resist some spells.
Alright, but she doesn't have bless. Yeah. Alright, well, I got I got some stuff here, but I don't know how much we're getting into it here. Let's do this, because she had it out for a nod before. I'm going to give a nod a potion of heroism.
Woot.
So that'll put you under the condition of a bless spell for the next hour.
You want me to drink it right now?
Like before we get into the fight. So just in case we get
Alrighty.
there and something happens that slows us down.
Yeah, I understand.
And then I'll probably end up burning one too whenever I get into it. Aside from that, I think what we already got from the Heroes Feast is what's going to do it. All right, man. I'm going to...
She also says, also keep in mind, this points to him, that one, appeared to be insignificant at the very least. It's entirely possible that even the information that he has might not have been accurate.
Well, I'm about to find out. So, yeah. How long of a trip is it to get to this tavern?
Maybe like a 45-minute to an hour walk.
All right. Why don't we get like 10 minutes out from it, and then let's prep and get ready, and let's rock and roll.
Nice.
Okay. You make your way through these streets, and again, they are crowded. So you are bumping shoulders with people as you walk, seeing all sort of unsavory activities occur, and hearing all sorts of noises that you probably don't want to investigate on the way over there. You get to the edge of the city and take a long set of metal stairs that wind back and forth across the edge of the city. And as you descend, it smells. Not like that potion you made, but at the very least, I mean, you're in a swamp. It stinks, and the air continues to get moist and groggy as you make your way down to the city. You pass the occasional person that looks like they're tweaking on God knows what, who reaches their hands out in your direction, asking for whatever it is that you would give them. It's a dismal sight. People being beaten on the street for who knows what reason. Homeless people pretty much everywhere that you can see. Honestly, I kind of picture this for those that have watched Arcane. This is very much like reminiscent of like Zon from League of Legends, the sort of environment that you're walking through. So you make your way into what looks to be sort of like a mercantile district, selling basically everything that people comes to the city to buy. And a couple squares away, you're probably at about the 10-minute walk now, a few blocks out, you see a large sign with an arrow on it pointing in the direction of straight ahead of you that says the Basilisk's Den.
Yeah, just let's pull off into a side spot, whatever, corner, somewhere that's a little hidden. And I'm gonna pull out my my super orb.
Okay. I made it forever ago. Remind me how it works.
Oh, I gotta pull it up here, but basically, the Globe of Unhindered Gaze. You're holding
That's
to speak
a lot of
command word
gaze.
and cause it to cast True Seeing or the Scrying spell. Once you use that spell, cannot be cast this way until the next dawn. When you cast a spell or use any effect, if your target is under any effect that would prevent you from viewing it or detecting it, you ignore that effect. Additionally, if the target must make a saving throw as part of the spell or magical effect, they automatically fail that saving throw. No effect short of a wish spell can prevent this. When scrying on a target this way, you can hear in addition to being able to see. You have true sight for as long as you remain concentrating. Every time you use this effect, there's a 25% chance that the globe becomes damaged, preventing this effect from ever being used again. This chance cannot be altered or mitigated in any way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't nothing getting past that.
That was the idea. I made it to where you can, yeah, I mean, you can easily track pretty much anybody down,
So
unless they just
I
use wish to protect themselves.
am going to use it on Marleya Talks. I will be able to see where she is and what she looks like, and hear what
Okay.
she's doing.
Well, you can see somebody that does not look like her. This is an individual who otherwise is pretty unassuming. Right now, she is taking the form of what looks like just this decrepit despot. Somebody wearing just nasty rags. And she is not inside of the basilisk's den. You see her as she is crouched on a rooftop about 500 to 1,000 feet away from it with her sniper rifle out, and she's just aiming down the sights, looking in every direction.
All right, I will relay that to the group, and yeah. So, are you guys ready to hit it?
I will share a map real quick, and I will sort of point to exactly where she is on the map. So there's this one. If you all will look at that sort of central establishment.
I got nothing but black grid.
Oh, I gotta put you on the grid. That's right. Okay. So as far as where you guys are right now, you are sort of over. I'm dragging your tokens. You should be able to see now.
All right, guys, I'm here.
Yay! Right at the best part.
Yep.
So you do not have Rizel Dromakiel with you, but you do have Bond's girlfriend with you. So
It's
that's
not
good.
Dromakiel, it is Belrook.
Oh, that's right, Belrook. That is 100% accurate. And then you have Ayla Briggs. So you guys are about right there. As far as where you saw this individual, right there where the arrow's pointing, up in the top right corner.
Oh.
In fact,
Hey.
the circle would probably be better.
So what is that? Right? Does that rifle require attunement?
You would imagine, probably. It's powerful.
Okay.
So that rooftop over there. And if you were to get any closer to that building, you would be within range. Well, you're already within range, but you would be within line of sight.
I mean, we can try and sneak up on this chick, which will probably work for some of us. But why don't we just do this? Some people go ahead and start moving that direction that can get past her line of sight. But for those of us that can, like, just dimension door, why don't we just dimension door right on top of her?
I'm cool with that. You can cast Dimension Door. Do you have it prepared?
Oh, I don't prepare stuff. What I got is what I got every day.
What about, do you want me to attempt to hold her?
I doubt that's gonna. She's metagame. She's gonna legendary resist out of anything that we try and pin her down with.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's that crap that makes all my stuff useless.
What I would like
okay.
to do is when we first get there, like whoever can do it first. I got this good old potion of witch's stank. So if we can get the drop on her right out the gate, witch tank.
Are you gonna throw it, or is somebody gonna run up and smash it?
I think if we teleport to her, right, bam out the gate,
Yes.
she's not gonna see that coming. Do that right off the rip.
Why don't you have Molly do it, since she has the best chance of getting in her face and getting it on her?
I will hand Molly my witch's stank. Please don't drink this.
Funk it up, Molly.
That would not be pleasant.
All right.
Molly would have a very high DC on that Constitution saving throw.
I could put it in one of my rifle darts and shoot it at her.
You would imagine you would want hit on her, not in her.
He knows what he said.
All right. Well, I'll dimension door Molly over there. How the rest of you want to get over there without getting caught?
I can also dimension door. I can take someone with me.
I can stealth my way over there.
All right.
Why don't you just come with me? What's the point of me dimension dooring alone?
Well, if Molly dimensions doors with you, or
Molly's going with Lucas.
okay. Who
Well,
else
then-
we got?
We got Crixus and we got Alabriggs.
I guess.
Can
take
either of
Crixus
them?
with you.
Okay.
Crixus might be able to dimension door. I don't know.
Well, I'm not really too worried about her being there right off the rip. I was wanting her to stay on the back line to help heal
Yeah, she'd
support
be in the back
anyway.
anyways.
Crixus
But Crix-
is not. Well, is
Here. Yeah.
he's a metal dude, right?
Yeah, he's
how's
like
his,
a
how's
Iron
his
Man.
stealth?
No, he's more tanky than anything.
I mean, we can get in there and get rocking and rolling, and the people that can't quite get there will have to just dash it out, like if that needs to be.
Plus, I don't want to be right on top of her. Well, I guess you wouldn't want to either, Anon, so doesn't matter to me. I can travel with Anon. That's fine.
By the way, I'm going to go ahead and take out, because I have 3 potions of heroism. I gave 1 to Anad. I'll give 1 to Bond. And I guess I'll give 1 to Molly, just so that she can get that extra bonus here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't... Bond, do you need an extra D4? You know what? No, I'm not going to risk you going down. Yeah. Bond, Molly, and Anad. As soon as you drink that, you get less for an hour.
Nice.
Sweet.
Can we apply that condition to the character itself?
Oh, and before we do that, I gotta make a roll here. If I roll a 1 on this D4, I can never use my globe the way I just did ever again.
Oh.
Let's go. No 1. Bam.
Ooh, nice.
There
We're
you
still
go.
in it.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
It stays unbroken for another day.
Beautiful.
Alright. So I mean, it's hard to speak for Crixus, but how are we going to try and get Crixus into the fray?
I feel like Crixus has dimension door or something. I don't know.
I could share his character sheet if you guys want to do something. I'm preparing the scenario so you guys aren't waiting forever once you guys start. So I'm a little distracted at the moment, but let me clear his character sheet. But
just
that's
from-
good because that means I'm not listening to what you're doing, so that I'm not paying attention to any of your strategies.
Real quick, as I'm looking at her with her rifle down, does she have what looks like any allies in her vicinity, any more of her little minions, or is she like way up by herself?
You mean like immediately next to her? No, there's nobody. As far as who might be surrounding, you have no idea. It's doubtful that she's alone. You would imagine that.
So I'm just saying, we can do a couple things also to buff ourselves up because she doesn't know we're about to drop in on her. So whatever, like mirror image, blink, ba 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 ba. Like we can do
Any of the
that.
good
She doesn't
stuff.
know that we're about to hit this.
Yeah, so as soon as you dimension door, I'm going to use my bonus action to use Ghost Walk. But it's only as soon as we dimension door.
All I need to know is what we're planning on doing for Crixus. Does he have an ability to get out there?
Oh,
or is he
yeah,
gotta
that's right.
run?
Hold on, let me get his character sheet. Hold on one second.
Aside from that,
Yeah,
I'm ready to cook.
I have no idea what he can do. So I guess that kind of matters.
Actions. Alright. Spells. I think he. Okay, all of his spells is what he's got, right? He doesn't have to prepare spells or anything like that.
Crixus, yes, that they don't have to prepare or anything.
Okay, cool. The only thing he's got for movement is haste.
Hey, does anybody have a potion of max power available? I'm out.
I do. Let's see how many I have.
Also, when everybody wants to, you can go ahead and drop some initiative for me just to get that out of the way.
That is not how you do that, right? There you go.
Wow.
Can you drag that to your inventory?
I'll just, anytime I get rid of a potion, I don't delete it. I just delete the inventory, so I'll just add one to it. So
Then you
okay.
delete it, Marte. Wait, does reliable talent doesn't apply to initiative rolls, does it?
No.
It does.
Ah,
No,
does
no,
it?
no, no. No, I don't think so.
nah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think if it does, it would. But with the spell that he puts on me, the advantage does. Plus, I don't add my proficiency bonus to my initiative. I don't think. At least it doesn't have a star next to it.
Alright. Y'all let me know when we're popping. Because I got my spells, I'm gonna just literally rapid fire.
How far are we away?
Here, I'll measure in just a second. So if you can look, she's on the map.
Okay, hold
just
on.
if you
I
look
just
at the
haven't
top
got the
right
map.
corner.
Alright, hold on. Let me. Why is this a blank map for me?
Shouldn't it be?
Huh.
Did I not put you? No, you're on it.
It's here. It's here. It loaded up.
Okay.
So she's all the way over here.
Yeah.
So we have line of sight of her right now.
I'd say not really, because that's a building, and well, yeah, no, probably not, because that building would be going over, like that's a bigger building than the one that she is on.
Okay.
So,
far-
here's my thought process. How long is your range, Bon?
1,000. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, why don't, how
That's
about
what
we
I'm
do
saying.
this? Instead of bamfing you over there, you are super sneaky. You're advantage on all your sneaks, right? What if you just go ahead and get into a perch to be able to look her down, and then I bamf over Molly, and then Anad bamfs over Crixus?
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I was thinking too. Yep. And I'll give y'all like a thumbs up when I'm ready, when I'm set.
Well, if we're going, the three of y'all need to go. Just burn your potions of heroism because it lasts for an
Yeah, I'm
hour.
gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna burn my potion of
And
healing.
then-
Potion has been burned.
And Molly will take hers, so you also get a D4 to your ability check. So if you're having to sneak on over there, you also get a D4 to it now.
Hey, real quick, did you want her to be attuned to the Staff of Power or the Staff of Healing?
We said Staff of Healing.
All right, let me swap it then. I love artificers. All right, let's see if she has anything that can be of help. Oh, she also is gonna look over at you, Bon, and she's gonna say, "By the way, Bon, sweetie," and she's gonna put her hand on your shoulder and cast invisibility on you.
Oh, sweet.
Let
Thank
me mark off a second level slot.
Can't argue with that.
And she gives you a little kiss after she casts it on you and winks at you.
Hey, don't forget,
I think-
Crixus and Alla, they need 26 temporary hit points.
I'm gonna go ahead and drink a potion of maximum power myself.
Yeah, I gave Crixus the 26, as well as Ayla her. Oh, I need to raise her max HP. So right now it is 183, and she's level 20, so there's
I'll
no
go and
going
burn
up from
my
that.
Potion of max power too.
So that 183 goes up to 196, right?
Excuse me.
She has 26 temporary hit points. By the way, if anybody wants to, it's up to you. You don't have to. But if you want to control her in combat, you can. I don't know who knows how to play an artificer, but she's a battlesmith.
No, I'll let you do that. That way you get distracted and you screw up more in the fight.
I mean, that might make me to screw up with her too.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'd rather run that risk and make sure you don't capitalize on your damage for your super rogue.
I really don't even want to do Crixus. But I already have this character sheet.
Here's kind of what I'm thinking. Since we're missing him anyway, we can just, because let's be honest, once this fight starts, we're not even making it through a whole round before it gets to time for us to probably end the game. I was thinking we would just, we could probably make it through the first round. We could probably make it through a round, and then we're probably gonna have to call it.
Okay.
So we'll do that.
Everybody synchronize their watches. In 3 minutes, it's go time.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, sure. I guess. I mean, I can use action dash or action, movement, action dash, bonus action dash to get where I need to go. So. Okay, so I'm gonna try to scale this building, I guess. Where can I get, Gavin?
All right, so that is the main building. That is the Basilisk Den. So you're not going inside. You were scaling it from the outside. You're straight up like Assassin's Creeding this.
Yeah.
All right, so give me an acrobatics check and a stealth check.
All right.
See how well you can parkour your way up there.
Sure.
Which, honestly, I feel like that's a detail that we don't get into enough with your character, that you're actually a pretty freaking good free runner, too. I feel like that doesn't come up too much. But
so here's stealth.
Yeah. That'll do.
You get to add a D4 to that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it. Why not?
Sure. It's
32. All right. Now give me an acrobatics check. I don't think you have advantage on those, do you?
He has advantage on everything.
Everything.
Oh, that's right. So give me an acrobatics check with advantage.
And you get to add a D4 to that as well.
Roll your D4. You're about to look like a ninja badass right now. Like,
another 20 to 32.
Yeah, so you guys see this as he goes over to the side of this.
I'm invisible.
Let's say you want them to see this just because you look super cool. So only they see this.
Okay.
As he stealthily he crouches over and just quickly sprints over without being seen to this building, as he finds like a water drain and just starts scaling up the side of it, gets to the top, grabs onto like a flagpole, swings back and forth, vaults himself onto the ceiling, does a little roll when he lands. He goes over to this, where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go onto this building? Right now, we'll say you're about right here on top of this building. So
I was just gonna go right about over here somewhere.
Oh, I didn't mean to delete it. Where are you going?
I'm going right about like here. And not in a half square, obviously. It's a square.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay.
I didn't mean that, but there we go. Right there works.
So there's sort of like an iron railing, and you notice just the perfect spot on the top of this building where a corner from one of the where a set of stairs would empty out on top of the ceiling, where it blocks some of the light from the electric lamps, so it casts a perfect shadow in this little corner on top of this roof.
Gotcha.
And we'll say that shadow would be probably about right here in that square.
All right. How thick is this roof?
I mean, it looks to be it's made out of steel. With that being said, probably not that thick, depending on what you had in mind.
So I'm trying to use my ghost form, so every turn I just move in the building, and then every turn I just move out of the building.
Probably wouldn't be able to do that. It's probably not as thick as your body. And doesn't the ghost?
Then I would be able to do that. Then I would be able to move. And
let me look at your ability real quick.
I can move through buildings.
I know that, but you also don't want to fall through the ceiling, right?
No, I have a fly speed.
Creatures and objects, but you take 1d10 force damage if you end your turn inside a... Oh! Okay, I mean, you will take the force damage if you end your turn inside of it, but you can do that.
But if I go all the way through it, I don't. I'll just be on the roof of the building.
I get what you mean. So, I think I do. So, I mean, because, like, literally, if you were to just... Are you talking about, like, phasing through the floor? Because you'd fall through the ceiling if you just, like, phase through the floor.
Well, I wouldn't fall because I have a fly speed.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not talking about just, like, ending your turn inside of a solid wall as, like, the lesser of two evils. You want to go all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be able to manage that.
Okay.
Granted, if somebody goes inside the building, then that's not much help, but...
No, but, I mean, she would have to specifically move all the way to even do that. And then I could just go back up through the wall like, and pop out, and then pop back in, and then pop out. So it's like, okay, yeah, so that's what... All right, so before everything goes to what we're doing, I want to use my bonus action to do my corporeal form, my ghost form.
I think this is the first time you've done this, right?
Yeah, it is. I've been trying to find a good time to use it, and this is a good time to use it.
Just so for a little flair, would you like to describe what... I mean, not that anybody would see you right now, unfortunately, but you can describe it. Would you like to? Just
sure. Yeah, so...
add some flavor to it?
Yeah. Bond would, kind of, I guess, start phasing in and out, and then, like, for a moment, he phases out completely, but then phases back in, but he's a ghost. You can see right through him, but he still holds the form of Bond.
Do you have, like, any, like, wispy smokiness, like,
yeah,
kind of drifting
yeah,
off you?
I have, like, a dark kind of, essence, almost, almost, if you've seen Black Clover, when he goes into his little, like, demon form, that's almost what's wisping off of me.
That's
Okay.
actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
The music needs to play in the background, though. All right, you're about to surpass your limits.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime the opening song of an anime plays in the middle of the episode, you know something epic's about to happen.
100%.
So, okay.
Are we ready to go? Because I'm going to start throwing out some buffs, and then I'm popping. If nobody else has got anything, I put a timer. That way I can know when I do my thing. So, I'm going to take out my dragon vape. It's the only thing I have. Take one big old breath, and I'm going to blow out a shitload of smoke. And you're going to see smoke rings form around myself, Crixus, and a nod. In the next minute, you can use a bonus action to just turn invisible. It only lasts until your following turn, but you have a bonus action just straight up turn invisible. It's no spell, it just pops.
That's dope.
Then I'm going to go ahead and cast Mirror Image on myself. Because I don't have my contingency. My contingency is still burned since I haven't been able to do that yet.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and cast Blink on myself.
Yo, Luke, come on.
And then, when it hits that 3-minute mark, I got the potion of stank, the witch's stank in Molly's hand, and I'm going to Dimension Door me and Molly right on top of this chick. Because Dimension Door doesn't even require sight, and I already know where she is. I can see her in my mind.
That is 100% true. All you have to do is just be able to visualize where you are going accurately, and that you can do.
And Molly's going to be ready. By the way, I'm going to say this. I'm going to quicken cast Dimension Door when this goes off, so I still have my full action when we go.
Must be nice, a nod says.
Wizards have a whole host of utility, though, that sorcerers do not. So.
And Molly will go ahead and pop Rage as I take her through the Dimension Door, so she already has that ready to go. So we hitting it.
We use BG3 rules for surprise round, so your stuff automatically goes off when you do it. It skips their turn, but again, when it would come to you in initiative, you've already taken your turn. So you would also get skipped, but you're just sort of taking your turn out of order anyway. So not really skipping. You're just kind of taking your turn out of order.
What?
Okay, you know how in BG3, when you get a surprise, right?
Bro, you just tell me what happens here. You don't have to
Okay.
explain.
Gotcha. So just everybody go through your turn and tell me what happens in your turn. Just you have the entirety of it to do whatever you want to. Action, bonus action, movement,
Well, I'll be
in
honest,
no particular order. Tell me what you're doing.
I haven't rolled initiative yet, so let me do that.
For the first round, initiative doesn't really matter what your initiative is.
Yeah,
when
but do you
trigger
want me
a
to just go ahead and
surprise
roll it
round?
so that we have it here?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll it. But this
Got
is just do what you're doing in whatever order you want to do it.
Wow.
So nice, not bad.
Haha. One up.
Dang, so you guys are gonna get to do 2 things before she does.
That's how gentlemen operate.
I will say that as you do this, I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal now. There you go. This is what you're working with on the battlefield. As immediately all of these figures snap into action. Now, as you can see, some of them are yellow. It's going to be a bit hectic because there's some neutral players. But yeah. Let me change the music real quick. In fact, I think I went ahead and typed it in.
So we get to Marleya Talks immediately, right?
Yes. So, in no particular order, go from person to person. Tell me what you do. I already know what you're doing, Lucas. You're quicken spelling Dimension Door and using your action to splash her with this.
I'm not doing the splash. That's the Molly, because Molly's better at hitting her with that.
Okay, so Molly should make an attack roll, and since this is a surprise, I will say she would have advantage on this attack roll.
Okay.
Just a general attack roll to see if this hits. It obviously won't do any damage, but
Okay. I got to pull up the map with Molly.
and also, Anand, you're teleporting over there too?
Yeah, I'm gonna Dimension Door and take. Is it Bon I'm taking with me or Crixus?
It's Crixus.
I'm taking Crixus with me,
Okay.
and I can't. There's nothing I can do because that takes my whole action until initiative starts.
I would say that she would look at you, Anand, and say, it's a much better look for you're choking on your own blood.
Okay, first of all, she doesn't say anything. She's surprised as fuck. So she's
Well,
not
she
making
is.
some quippy little snark here, as she's just like,
That's the one who go,
Oh,
ooh,
shit."
daddy. Ooh, daddy.
we can't. You have to unlock her tokens.
Okay. There you go. You should be good now.
Oh, tomorrow's Christmas, Gavin.
It's Christmas Eve tomorrow.
We're celebrating. You already know what's going down tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I
Don't
know.
act brand new.
Tomorrow at midnight, though. Technically, it will still be Christmas, but yes, tomorrow at
The
midnight.
partying starts in the afternoon and goes the duration of the time.
Until about 1 a.m. at least.
Typically, yeah. You've played Loteria before, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay, I bought the one off TikTok called Loterisa, which it's an updated modern version with a whole bunch of comedy built in.
Oh, nice.
Like it'll say the mother-in-law, but it's a picture of a witch. So a whole bunch of those. So we're gonna take that over there to play.
Yeah, and since she's surprised, she can't take reactions, so can't even shield against it.
That's 27. And she got
Didn't need
herself a whole face full of witches stank.
The stank.
So literally right in the face.
Right in the. They said they wanted it in the mouth, so she's just like, like like that pie in the face type of thing where you just slap it in there and smear it in.
Yes.
Get it up her fucking nose. That's what I want.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? Just because I'm throwing you a bone, you did break some glass on her face, so we'll say she'll take a piercing damage.
Yeah. Not making
Yeah,
snarky comments
one
now,
wound.
is she?
No, she's. You know, look.
So you want me just go and roll out Molly's turn then? That was one.
Yeah,
She's still
just
got.
everybody take your turns. In fact, you can do it all at the same time. Do it all at the same time.
All right, Molly's gonna take her second swing.
Don't even have to tell me what you're doing. Just do it.
Stacy's making tamales right now.
Well, that would be your second attack, because one of them would have been to throw the bottle, but that's fine.
Right.
She's making tamales? Nice. What kind?
Yep, green and red.
Nice.
Pork and beef. I don't like the sweet ones.
That's a crit because she has the bloody apron.
Yes, she does. Go ahead and hold shift as you drag the damage.
You drank a potion of maximum power, did you?
I did. I haven't gone yet though.
Oh yeah.
Well, you did.
I used
you
my
went over
dimension
there.
door, but I still have my
That's your bonus.
or my action because that was a bonus.
Oh,
action.
right. That was Molly that threw it. Yeah.
Actually, I can't really do much because I cast a fifth level spell, so I don't know what I had in my mind I was going to be able to hit her with anything else.
Yeah, don't maximize your cantrip.
I don't know, actually. Using that for, like, if it's like a warlock that has like a full-on, like, agonizing blast, Eldritch Blast, it might actually be worth it at that point.
You know what I'll do then? Doing stuff in a thing. Let's zero my potion of witches stack. Yeah.
And I'll say, as you pop up, and all in just the span of a moment, as you crush this potion in her face, marking her with the potion of witch's stank, as Bond just unloads shot after shot into her, hitting her center mass, one almost being a headshot, but she manages to sort of duck out of the way just in time, but still just gets absolutely just clobbered center mass by the second shot. She looks around in the area. What? No, this shouldn't have been possible. And she's gonna scream, "My Dracolexy, to arms for the Black Diamond Emperor!"
I don't think this
As
is gonna.
she's completely just like exasperated. She did not think it would have been possible for you to surprise her, because as you would imagine, she likely had some magical safeguards in place that would have should have prevented exactly what you guys did.
All right. You know, this is just one thing that's gonna help, make it where she can't find things. I am actually gonna hit her with a different potion.
Oh, do tell.
Okay.
So, I have to make a ranged attack roll because I'm just chucking it at her.
Oh boy, William's putting in that work.
Yeah. So, what is that?
Did you action surge?
Quicken spell, my man.
To attack, sir.
What does it take to make just a regular ranged attack?
I only did one attack with one of my weapons, and then I.
Okay. What were you saying, Sean?
Sorry, just if I was making a ranged attack at somebody, just chucking something. Was that just
That's-
dexterity?
If you're throwing something that's not finesse, which a bottle is not, that's strength.
But I'm proficient with alchemy, so I'm proficient with
That
my
doesn't
alchemy
mean you're
thing.
proficient at throwing bottles.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make that work. Well, actually, I catapult. Yeah, I can catapult, and then it's a magic ranged attack.
Yeah, you could.
I will, because I still have my action. I will cast catapult. Because that's a level 1 spell? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's just a ranged magic attack. I never really do this, so let's just see. Even if this works, it's not going to be great, but it might do more damage per time.
Hey, she make a Constitution saving throw
Yeah, what's this against?
against the slaying bullet from that was in William?
Yeah. That is a 25.
Yeah, she succeeds, but she still takes half of this.
Alright. So that was just
half
a
of what?
That was just a ranged spell attack. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
Yeah, a 25 hits. She
Okay.
takes half of what? I didn't see it.
Is that here?
Hey, Nick, half of what?
The 60 the 10 the 60-10 that I rolled.
She'd really take half of all of that?
Yeah, it's 6d10. Only the 60-10 piercing.
You mean 60-12?
Or no, 6d10. The 60-10 that I just rolled.
Oh, you rolled it as Crixus. Okay, that's why I was
my bad.
confused.
Yeah, I meant
Okay,
the roll is
she
fine.
takes 16. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I added it. Is that everybody? Well, actually, no, it's not, because Ayla Briggs still needs to do something. So, yeah, let's see. She would be... Oh, Anand and Crixus should be over there next to her
Yeah.
as well, right?
I did have a question about that. So I intend on. I wanted to teleport behind her, but it's technically off the map because I'm going to do a line attack that's going to hit her and the green Dracolich, Dracolexy that's on the other roof. Am I
That
able
would
to do
probably
that?
also hit Molly.
Why? Oh yeah. It's she can take it.
Hey, by the way, Gavin,
What's up?
she is now on fire.
She's on fire. How so?
Yeah, it's not going to do much damage, but it's just something I wanted to go and put on there. The potion I chucked at her was Alchemist Doom. So it's literally Alchemist Fire that's on her. It won't do much damage, but on every one of her turns, it's 2d6 fire damage. Not much.
Okay.
But again, I'm just
I'm
trying to
off.
make sure that she's very well seen, and being on fire tends to make you stick out.
I'm
gonna
off the
say
map. Is that okay?
Ayla would have also wanted to teleport over somewhere, so she's gonna put herself on top of this roof just to be at like a good tactical position because she couldn't go with any of you guys. And okay, so everybody's moved themselves. Good. And you'd have to be like right here, but yeah, you could hit her. What are you doing? A lightning bolt? Marte?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
It's all of your turns. We
So I
go into
get
regular
to-
initiative order once you guys each have a
Wait,
turn that you've taken.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So
have-
I'm gonna.
we've
I
put some
want
hurt on this chick already.
Yes, you have.
to. I'm trying to fix myself. You,
Those
not you.
surprise rounds make all the difference.
I don't even think Crixus did anything. It was fun.
Okay, so let's. I'm trying to get myself in a position. This is what I want to do. It is a 4th level lightning bolt because I used potion of maximum power, but it is not electricity. I'm changing the damage type to psychic.
Ah, so like a psychic bolt.
A psychic bolt.
Okay. That's a deck save, I do believe.
It is a deck save.
That's unfortunate.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. As a rogue, if she makes the save, it's no damage.
I'll have-
And even though she is, when somebody's surprised, do they have disadvantage on saving throws?
Is this still the surprise round, or is this him doing his natural
This is
turn?
his
'Cause he-
surprise
This
round.
is
He
my-
hasn't done anything else yet.
I
Oh,
used
no, this is
Dimension
your-
Door.
This is your
This
actual
is my
turn.
first actual turn.
Yeah, you'll be at the top of the round. Okay, let's make sure everybody's done with their surprise round first before we get into this, because now she would no longer be surprised. It's been
That's
the whole
why I was
round.
asking.
Yeah, I'm done with my
Yeah.
surprise, and so is Molly.
All right,
Okay,
well then
I
now
think-
we're in round 2. So we're into a regular initiative order now, right?
I believe so.
Just making sure. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Going once. Going twice.
I have to use this because I drank that stupid potion. So
Yeah, we're in regular initiative round now. That means she can act as normal and is no longer surprised.
correct.
But yeah, go ahead. So she makes a dex save.
I already did it. So there's, yeah. What is that? 96. So that's 54 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, so she
Evades.
definitely evades. So that would be no damage for her. Unless somebody wants to force a reroll.
I mean, what's a reroll gonna do against a level 20 rogue?
Well, against a CR 24
Like,
NPC rogue.
There's nothing. And even if I forced her to auto fail, she still has legendary resistance. So there's.
But remember,
literally
I
nothing
can't use
can do.
those against damage. I took that away, that ability away.
No, it's not worth it.
All right, well then she dodges that, but this thing, well, also has evasion, but maybe it won't dodge. A 23.
No, that succeeds. So he takes half.
He has evasion.
Oh, so he takes nothing. I wasted it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, sorry. These things are also rogues. I tried to make that clear. Maybe I wasn't clear enough.
I mean, it won't make a difference. All of my big damage spells use dexterity as a saving throw. And so it's...
Hey,
It's so
actually, just to throw it out there for the sake of trying here, I'm gonna silver barbs her deck save.
Hers or the Dracalexi's?
I'll do hers. Who knows? Maybe she'll roll that one.
Okay, let me go again.
It would be a Christmas miracle.
That's 25.
Yeah. Oof.
Again, she's a rogue. Like Bond could roll these numbers too on a deck save, like rather
surprised.
easily.
I think a nat 1 matters for me on a saving.
Well, other than the fact that it's an auto fail, but yeah, that's
Well,
for deck
ability check,
saves.
that's
You're
what I
gonna
meant.
dodge most things, and as will most rogues, especially in the epic levels. Her deck saves aren't even like comparatively broken. Like a PC rogue could make the deck saves that she's making.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's just rogues.
Yeah.
Period. Okay. So with that, she is going to use. Let's see, how many? Yeah, all right. She's gonna use a one of her legendary actions to. You know what? She's gonna bring a mirror image into this. So let me mark off a 2nd level spell for her. That's 1 legendary action. 2nd level, 1 2nd level spell gone. And yeah, that's it. Lucas, you are up.
Alright. I'm going to subtle cast Dispel Magic and get rid of her mirror image.
Okay. That's your action.
And
Doesn't that require contact or no? I forgot.
Dispel Magic? No.
That's right. It has a range of 60, doesn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And what can I do now that I just did that? She's gonna be high on intelligence saving throws. I guess. I will. Yeah, that kind of threw my whole thing off there, taking that out into account. But I wanted to set Molly up for success. Actually, let's do this for my bonus action. I guess I'll just turn invisible.
You can do that as a bonus?
Yeah, because I've got that smoke ring.
Ah, that's right. Okay. Good deal.
And then on top of that, I didn't even need it because I blink out.
Cool. All right.
That's it for me. Mine was quick.
Good deal. Okay. I realized I did a thing. I shouldn't have revealed all these creatures.
No, I
Oh,
like
well,
all the
too
rogues
late.
that were hiding out, man. It's great.
You know that they're there, but you wouldn't have just seen them because the fight started. All right, so it is now to Dracolexy 3's turn. So it's going to take a shot at Ayla. It's going to come out of stealth. And
Ayla hadn't even revealed herself, has she?
she teleported up on the roof. She's not a rogue, she's an artificer.
Oh, I didn't think she was teleported up here with us. No,
She's up on this other roof. She's on the same roof as Bond, just not next to him. She doesn't even know where he is, but
gotcha.
it's going to come out of stealth. It's going to have advantage, and it's going to make a shot with its shadow rifle. Hopefully no misfire. And it's gonna miss. Okay, well, it revealed itself, so this wouldn't be at advantage anymore, but it's gonna try to take another shot. And that's a nat 20. Okay, roll this on her. And luckily, she had some temporary hit points. So, yay for that. She only suffered 9 wounds. But, Bond, much to your dismay, you have enough of a view that you see this happen. She gets completely shot to the back through and through.
Mm-hmm.
As she clutches the wound and turns back, and with an angry but sly look on her face, and now this dude's going to make a stealth check.
Uh-oh.
By the way, I forgot. What's everybody's passive perception again?
Balls.
I have a 19 passive perception.
Rolled something. All right, and he's just going to disappear as he goes somewhere. All right, that's that turn. And Marleatox is going to use one of her legendary actions before her fight starts. Being honest, Bon, you took your bonus action doing something else on your turn, right? So you're not hidden at the moment.
No, she still have disadvantage on the roll though.
Yeah, because of your foresight.
I mean, if you want to be technical, I technically went into the building. But I didn't say I did, so I'm on the roof. That's fine.
So she looks at you and she sort of shouts, "You're supposed to be dead! Let's remedy that."
Is she
And-
really talking with a mouthful of witch stank?
Yeah.
Oh, she's very angry, and she coughs through it, but she hasn't
Goddamn witch
dropped
stank.
her arrogance yet. All right, so you see her point at you with this rifle, and the rifle starts to glow as it builds up this magical energy, basically turning itself. It doesn't change form or anything, but she's firing this thing not like a rifle. It's more of a cannon at this point. As she's going to use an arcane shot. So she does have disadvantage on this shot. Won't let me roll. Here we go. That's a hit.
I'm gonna use my
Reaction.
I'm gonna use my reaction for an uncanny dodge.
Okay. So I'll roll the damage in chat and we'll half it.
Yeah.
So that's 44 points of damage from this shot. Make sure I rolled the correct thing.
Oh, it didn't even touch your health because
Yeah.
it goes down to
No, I
22,
didn't.
and you got temporary hit points to cover all that.
Yep.
Well, that's not it. That we're not done.
Oh,
Because then it's also
never mind.
it was an arcane shot. So that's 5d6 force damage. So that's 68 points of damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
It'd be
You get to
halved,
add-
right?
Yes, it would be halved, so
halved?
that would be 34 points of damage.
You get to add a
Okay.
D4 to your saving throw.
Yeah, I got you. So, all right. So you said how many? 30 what? 33?
34 points of damage, and you need to make a
34.
strength saving throw.
Yeah, I got you. 34 minus 26 would be.
So if you've got 26, you take 8. You have 8 wounds now.
8 wounds. Okay, see.
Yeah, from like a 64 point thing of damage only down to 8. Not
Yeah.
bad.
Yep, not bad at all. I'll take that temp off. Okay, and then strength saving throw with advantage.
Yes, and you add a d4 to it as well. And then roll your d4.
Do I want to use a luck point on this? Because I feel like I failed this.
It's probably just gonna like knock you prone or send you flying, but I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy for using luck point.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So you're not going to use a luck point?
Nah, I'll just take it.
Okay. You get hit with this center mass, and you feel your feet lift up from under you as it feels like you got the breath knocked out of you when this thing lands into you. Luckily, you had this like false vitality that absorbed some of this injury, but it still hurts. You feel like you just got punched in the chest by an elephant, or kicked, I should say, as you get knocked 20 feet backwards. So you go 5, 10, 15, and 20. You don't get knocked off the roof, but you're at the edge of it.
Oh, that's fine. I would be flying anyways. I'm corporeal.
If you get knocked prone, it doesn't matter if you have a flying speed or not. You just fall.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
But honestly, it would be kind of funny if that would happen and then you just like fall through the floor, but that's not how that works.
Yeah.
So you land on the roof. You are now prone.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
Can I
and
still
that
see her? My
Yeah, you can still see her, but
Okay,
that
cool.
wasn't even her turn. That was her legendary action. Now it's her turn. So
at the start of her turn, just throwing it out there, she takes a little bit of fire damage because she's on fire.
yeah, I'm aware.
So she takes 4 points of fire damage.
Yep. And so I, as a DM, know that Molly has a certain thing. She, as a player, does not know that Molly has a certain thing. So bonus action, disengage. So she's gonna move down here, and she hops off the roof. When she is 10 feet away, granted, she is falling, so she's still gonna keep going. But Molly can make an attack as she leaves her range.
Yeah, should do that. Okay.
I know it reduces their movement speed to 0 feet, but she's not gonna, stop her in the air. And technically, even speaking, even if she did, if you have a fly speed, if your movement speed is ever reduced to 0, you just drop.
31 to hit.
That just hits. All right. Well, yeah, she slashes her right in the back as she's going out of her range. That will still reduce her movement speed to 0 once she hits the ground. And I was going to say that she would use her wings to stop herself from hitting the ground, but no, she's not doing that now. So she is just going to full on take the damage from the fall. So that is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and she's going to drop prone as you make her look like a fool as she goes to jump off this roof and just absolutely face plants on the ground.
I like to think
after
Molly
Molly
just
hits
took her
her.
glaive out and just literally just like hooked her ankle and made her trip and fall.
Yeah, something like that. She can't even pick herself up because she's prone.
Damn.
So she's going to take advantage of the fact that she is prone, though, and do a nice little +2 shot up at, we'll say... Let's see, is there anybody that... You know what? How do I want to do this? Yeah, she's going to take some shots. Nobody is next to an ally, I don't believe. I don't see anybody next to an ally. That is unfortunate. Alright, well, she's kind of mad at you, Lucas, but are you on the roof or are you flying above the roof?
He's blinked out.
I'm not on
He
this
is.
plane of existence, my guy.
And if he was, he'd be invisible.
Okay, well then she's a little pissed off by Molly, so she's gonna look straight up at the roof, and she's gonna take a little shot at Molly.
Okie dokie.
So it doesn't. This is a straight roll with +2 added to it. Well, that makes it a 37 because I rolled really well.
Yeah, okay.
So that's gonna hit.
As long as it's not a crit, like Molly has a low AC, she's gonna get hit every time.
Yeah. So, but she's gonna resist all of this, so that's good. So Molly takes 17 points of damage. So now she has 2 attacks. So
Nice.
she looks over at... No, she can't. I will say now, Bond, that you would not have line of sight of her now that she jumped off of that roof, which means she wouldn't have line of sight at you because she would definitely shoot at you if she did. Who am I going to shoot? I really only have 2 other targets I can shoot at. It's either between Crixus or Ayla. It's the only 2 targets, so let's roll for it. She's taking another shot at your girlfriend, Bond.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
She's just gonna mutter to herself before she fires at Ayla. She says, "Always a good day to destroy something beautiful," and she's gonna take a shot. That's a 35. Let's see. Even with shield, that's not gonna help.
Can our support, like, actually take some cover? Like, does she not know how to be support?
She has half cover. Still doesn't help.
A 59. Ooh.
And again, that's not even with her sneak attack.
No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, that is, how many attacks does she get? Okay, just 2.
I mean, she
So
could
that's
use
the end of her
this-
turn.
She could use the steady aim feature, like we get to.
She already used her bonus action to disengage.
Yeah. I was just saying in general.
So,
I was just reminding you of it.
yeah, I know. And now it is Green Dracolexy Nightblade 2's turn, so he's gonna pop visible for just a second, and actually, he's gonna take a shot at you, Bon, because he sees you.
Yeah.
That's right, he does have freaking disadvantage. I need to keep that stuff in mind before I call my attacks, because now I can't take it back.
Prone, so he would have disadvantage either way.
But he would also have advantage from the shot, from
Yeah.
being hidden, so it's just a straight roll.
That's fine.
Damn it, I need to keep this stuff in mind. I'm fucking up.
What happens
Let's
when you're
see.
playing the healer as well, man? I told you.
Oh.
That misses. Okay, well, he's going to do a second attack against you.
Yeah.
But this one is going to be at disadvantage, because he's not hidden for it.
Nope.
Why will this not work? There we go. Okay, that hits.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll the damage on you. And he is going to hide. What's everybody's passive perception again?
I don't know. Not for me. It don't matter.
Yeah, 19. I feel like that should be more, considering I have advantage on passive perception or perception checks. Or
If you
I
have advantage,
foresight.
it goes up by 5.
I would have advantage on ability checks, wouldn't I? If for foresight or no?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay, well
yeah,
then
that goes up
that's
by-
a 24 then.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, I'm hiding him, but I wish there was a way to make them selectively visible to only certain people.
I think you can.
I don't know. I don't think you can. Basically, so yeah, he only rolled a 20 for his stealth check.
Yeah.
So you see him. He tries to hide, but you, Bon, can definitely see that he is right in the middle of this circle, ducked behind a wall.
Sweet.
The rest of you can't, but he can't. So this assassin, he's trying to figure out what he wants to do. He sees this fight break out, not knowing friend or foe, but he's getting involved one way or another. So let's see how the wild card is going to go. This guy's just, you know what? Fuck it. He's down for a good time. He's going to shoot at you, Bon.
disadvantage.
Yeah. That miss. Oh wow, that's a nat 1. I'll say that as he does this, the bolt snaps back in the opposite direction. He loads it the wrong way, and it shoots forward and snaps back, and he shoots himself. Rather embarrassingly, takes 7 points of damage. And at the end of his turn, at the end of his turn, she is going to use Leotox is going to use one of her legendary actions, and she is going to cast. Actually, she's going to use 2 legendary actions, and she's going to cast Greater Invisibility.
Counter spell.
You are not within line of sight of her.
Oh. Don't counter spell.
Crixus is, and Crixus will use counter spell.
Does he have it?
I believe he does. If he doesn't, it's dumb.
I don't know if it's a spell that artificers get. Yeah, I think the spell's going off. So she is invisible now. With that being said, she couldn't have gone far, so...
I has a question.
What's that?
She's lit up with bioluminescent light from the witch's stank. Does that come into play here?
I mentioned whenever you made it that it would make it where you'd always be able to identify her, but it wouldn't be able to prevent her from going invisible.
No, you said from hiding. We didn't say anything about being invisible, but that's your call to make. I'm just asking.
No, it won't prevent her from being invisible, but you'll always be able to identify her.
Can you locate it from the stank?
Yeah, absolutely you could locate her from the stank. I'd even say that if you made a perception check, you know what, you'd have advantage on perception checks against her, so anybody that would want to try to find her, you'd have advantage on the passive perception check you would need to make. I guess, it's interesting how that would work with invisibility. Again, he could attack her, she couldn't have gone far, but it will be at disadvantage. But she's also prone, so actually it would be a straight roll. Up to you.
That's you, Nick.
Oh, is it me? Oh, fuck, I didn't realize it mattered. I'm sorry.
I saw you like lounging out there casually.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't realize.
That's all good.
Yeah, that's right. I'm playing quizzes. I've been drinking. So he's gonna walk up to where I guess she was at, which would be. Yeah. Well, hold on. Does he have what?
He can fly also.
Fire, right?
Let me see. I don't know if he has that spell or not.
I don't think so. No.
I'm not sure if that's a spell artificers even get. Their spell list is pretty limited.
Yeah. So he had fallen. Well, she had 0 movement, right? She couldn't move at all.
She couldn't go anywhere. You just can't see her. So he would know where she is.
All right. Cool.
I didn't say you couldn't attack her. It's just going to be a straight roll now.
Am I on top of her?
No, but you are next to her.
Next to her. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try to swing at her with a, I guess, hand axe or.
He primarily uses his where is it? His flame tongue is his primary weapon that he attacks with.
Yeah.
And it would take his bonus action to activate the flame tongue.
Yeah, that's fine.
You gonna activate it?
Yeah, I'll activate it. Where is the flame tongue? I don't see it.
Hold on, I'm adding something to it real quick. There you go. Now I have the fire damage on it. It's near the bottom.
Long sword flame. Okay, cool. So, where do I roll to hit this? Just roll in here. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that happened. Does he get
That definitely.
multi-attack?
He does. Armorers and battlesmiths both get multi-attack.
We're gonna hit him with one. 29? Do I get a
Realize that
D4 to that too, or no? For bless? Do I get a D4 to attack rolls with bless?
Do you? I think you do.
With-
Yeah.
It's saving throws and attack rolls.
Sweet. 31 to hit.
31 to hit. Yeah, that'll do it.
Sweet.
As
I
he
guess I'll
can't
roll it
see
in
her,
back.
but he feels his sword find purchase when he swings it down. So let me add the damage. You could also roll on her in the combat tracker
yeah,
too.
that's right. Yeah, I could, couldn't I?
But I'll add that.
Yeah. Does he have more than that, or does he only have 2 attacks?
He only gets 2 attacks.
Alright, then I guess that will be the end of his turn.
She's got to make a concentration check. See if she stays invisible.
Oh yeah, she does. Let's see.
Molly.
Constitution saving throw.
Cooking with Molly.
Yeah, she does.
All right.
Cooking with Kayla or Kyla.
Oh, actually, no, because now it's a Green Draculexy Nightblade 1's turn.
Oh, I'll screw him.
Who's he gonna shoot?
His mother.
No, he's not gonna do that. Would this be a sight? He's gonna move. Why not? So the movement speed, fly speed of... Yeah, okay. 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 45... actually, at this point, he's gonna get here. And he's gonna fly 10 feet straight up. So that way he has a line of sight on Crixus, and he's gonna come out of sneaking with a shot. And I rolled horribly. With advantage, rolled horribly. So awesome. I have not gotten a sneak attack off yet. He's going to attack again, this time not at advantage. Okay, that hits. Does he get shield or... I don't believe he does, unless...
I think he does get.
Does he get it from an item, I wonder?
He does get shield. He's got shield.
And his
Shield.
action step?
It's a. Oh, is that his? Oh, it's a shield ability.
Oh, right. He does have shield because he
Shield,
is
yeah.
a Eldritch Knight, and he gets it from that.
Yeah.
So
Could use
I
shield
hit
if
with a
you wanted to.
25, but a shield would block it. Is he going to use his reaction to cast shield?
Yeah. What? Sure. We'll do that.
All right, that's a first level spell down,
Yeah,
and
let me mark
he
that
casts
off.
shield and it
Did you already
bounces
mark
off.
the first level spell off?
I just did, yeah.
Okay, cool. I seen it, and I was like, wait, I didn't cast any spells.
All right, then he's going to use his bonus action to try to stealth again. Let's see what he gets. Yeah, nope, he's got that. So, all right, he's going to hide. All right. Next, Green Draculexy 5. I promise, we're almost done. He is going to... He's going to try to sneak up and he's gonna move as suddenly within melee range of you, Bond, you find yourself being attacked by this assassin. So since
Disadvantage.
he's up and... Yep, I know. He's going to come at you with a booming blade. And actually, it's at advantage, so it's a straight roll. That hits. Yep, and you're also going to take...
Are you doing sneak attack? Because if you're doing sneak attack, it's negative.
It's not sneak attack, it's a booming blade.
Okay.
Okay, so you take an extra 2d8 thunder damage. Let me roll this. Just roll the chat. Okay, Bon, if you will do me, I'll add it. You take 5 points of thunder damage, and Bon, if you move, you take 3d8 thunder damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why did it do that? Delete that 5 damage. So you're just at 35 wounds.
Okay.
Alright, I added Booming Blade to your effects. So that's that. He's going in with one more attack, and that's his turn. And that should have been a disadvantage anyway. But that's definitely a miss. Okay. Nightblade 6's turn, and then it's Molly's turn.
Oh my god.
And speaking of Molly, it's going to attack Molly. With advantage. That's a hit. Rolled in the chat. So Molly takes 37 points of damage, halved to 18. If you can add that to her wounds for me.
Yeah. Takes 9 points of damage.
Yep. He's gonna make one more attack at Molly. That hits. Then Molly takes an additional 13 points of damage. I'm already having it. And he's gonna hide. And now it's Molly's turn.
Alright. So Crixus has already been stabbing this chick, yeah?
Yes. It is about a 20-foot drop to get off of this building, but I have faith with her athletics that she can mitigate that.
Yeah, she's just gonna drop and do a superhero landing.
Alright, give me an athletics check. All you gotta do is roll higher than a 10.
I don't think she can roll less than that. Let me see.
Then you're good. Alright, yeah.
She has a plus
Straight up,
12 to athletics.
straight up superhero landing. So you reduce it by default to as if you've only fallen 8 feet, which isn't enough to take damage.
Alright. So the plan is here, she knows Crixus was already attacking, so she's just gonna step around to whatever Crixus was stabbing so she can flank this invisible thing.
So she was standing, or laying, I should say, right there.
Okay. But wherever she needs to be to flank, she will be there to flank.
There's really no way to get on the other side of her.
Okay. then she's just gonna go reckless. Be done with this. So, negates the disadvantage. Now it's just a straight roll.
Yes.
I don't know why I rolled advantage.
Yeah, just roll it again.
I mean, you would have reckless attacked.
Yeah, but
she's
she's-
invisible, so it's a straight roll.
Oh, that's right.
Just roll it in the chat.
Okay. So that's a crit.
Yes, it is.
Hello. Oh, that bitch up.
I need to make a concentration check, please.
Yeah, that's a DC of 16. Should be. Which is exactly what I rolled.
Huh?
Oh, actually, it
Yeah.
was DC of 15.
But she's also plus, so it becomes a 28 to hit.
She's going. No, that wouldn't help. Okay.
Another concentration check for
The DC 13.
Yes, no?
Yeah, no, she succeeded. Sorry, I forgot to say.
Alright. Then she'll take an extra attack.
She's gonna use her No, she's not. Okay. Now, because I can't. That wouldn't even help.
That's funny.
Real low on the damage.
Okay.
On that one, 1, and 2.
So that's just a DC 10. Yeah, she succeeds.
That's her go.
Okay. She is going to use her last legendary action to do a wing attack. I need both Crixus and Molly to make dexterity saving throws.
He doesn't have an advantage on dex saves or anything, does he?
I don't believe so.
Nice rolls. You get to add a d4 to saving throws, so you just get heroism.
Okay.
So Molly rolled a 15 total.
Well, Crixus is very lucky. That would be the DC. Unfortunately, Molly does not pass. So, Molly, you get knocked 10 feet away, and
Actually,
you
no.
are knocked.
Molly's
Do
gonna
what?
use a luck point.
Can you use a luck point?
Yeah. So dexterity saving throws. With double threes, never mind. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you get knocked 10 feet away, and you land. Well, let's see. What is this? Okay, yeah, that's you land on these like pile of crates as you just like bust through the crates. As you land right here, Crixus, you do not get knocked back. And this is an all or nothing save, so Crixus takes no damage from this. Molly, this is with the having it already taking into account. Molly takes 12 bludgeoning damage as she gets knocked back, and then she gets to move.
No, she doesn't. She
I mean, she
gotten
doesn't.
Because she hasn't gotten her turn yet, so she still has 0 of movement speed.
Remember, we handled this a couple sessions ago. Their movement speed is only 0 until the end of their turn.
Okay.
So that gives her a movement speed of, well, you don't know, but she is going to go,
I thought it was to the start of
well,
the turn.
move.
Oh.
Well, as Molly just did her turn, so she has her reaction back to hit her again. Unless unless somehow she's invisible, so she can't.
Well,
I guess.
She got knocked back 10 feet, but she has a range of 10 feet.
Oh.
Does that work?
She would have been 15 feet away.
Got it.
There
Then
could be
never-
one space in between her and
Okay.
somebody, not two. But
All
even
right.
still,
That's-
the rules for attack of opportunity even state you make
have
it
to
against
see
a
'em.
target that you can see. I know I've done it differently in the past, but that's the rules as written interpretation.
Yeah, start using them rules now, Gavin, because we're fucking up your big bad.
The only time I've done it wrong in the past is because I myself didn't understand it.
Yeah. Alright, well. That's that.
But alright, that's that. And it is now Ayla's turn. So, who's the most fucked up on our side?
Probably me.
Probably you, and she doesn't want anything to happen to you. So she is.
I don't know. Molly might be, but I think Molly's pretty good. Normally, I've got 35 wounds on me.
Yeah.
I really wish I had actually had
the
her
most fucked
attuned
up
to that
person
staffing
is
power.
Ayla.
With her stealth, yeah.
It's
She's
just
gonna get out of harm's way, but she hasn't had a chance to do anything yet. I really wish that. You know, here's what I'm gonna do.
She would have had a
Because-
surprise round to do whatever she wanted to do.
She got on top of the roof. No, but none of you guys took her with you. So, but I like this idea. So she's gonna come over here, and seeing the guy that is attacking you, she's gonna go in for a full round of attacks with her dwarven thrower, and she's gonna put some heals on this dwarven thrower. So, because that's a thing that they can do. It's called Arcane Jolt. So, number of times equal to your intelligence modifier. Yeah. So she can do that 6 times a day. Because she has an intelligence of 22. 22. She also happens to be 22, but irrelevant detail.
She's older than I am.
She is. Yeah, she is. What are you, 20 now? I think you've had a
so.
birthday since the campaign started?
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it's not exactly robbing the cradle, but yes, she is a little older than you.
Ain't no way I have 15 hit dice right now.
So yeah, she's doing a throw with this dwarven thrower. So let's make an attack. That hits. So she's gonna roll this bludgeoning damage on it. And let me make sure I'm not selling her Arcane Jolt short and not giving it enough. I think it's got everything that... Okay, yeah, I don't think it upgrades at any point. So, with that, she can heal somebody who was within a certain number of feet from the person that she hits. So she's going to heal you, Bon. So she's going to... Oh, it does get upgraded. It gets upgraded to 4d6. So, okay, cool. So you're going to get healed for this. And she can do this 6 times.
Sweet.
So she heals you for 16. She's going to move a little bit closer. She's going to do another attack with the Dwarven Thrower. Throw it again. That hits. Roll damage. And then in this instance, she's going to heal herself for this. So she gets healed for another 4d6. Then, since she is dual wielding,
Excuse me.
I don't think she has enough movement. Actually, no, she's not going to have the Staff of Healing. She's going to draw her pistol. And with a bonus action attack, she's going to attack with her +2 revolver. That amazingly hits. She has a lot of bonuses. That hits, and she's going to use her third use of Arcane Jolt to heal you again, Bon. And then just as a bit of a tactical move, so all these people have disadvantage, she will drop prone. So everybody would have disadvantage on ranged attacks against her. And that is the end of her turn. Now the Red Dragon Veteran, what does he want to do? Well, I'll give you guys a choice. I know, Bon, you probably want to go. Do you want to finish out the whole round, or you just want Bon gets his turn and we're done?
I ain't got work tomorrow. I'll go whenever. I'll go.
Okay,
till
I'd
2
like to
o'clock.
finish out the round. There's
You
only
keep
2
going, I'm
more
on
hidden
vacation.
enemies.
Yep.
You're on vacation? Cool.
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
All right.
I'm on-
I would like
I'm
to
on
finish out
vacay.
the round then, if you guys are okay with it.
Sweet.
So, the Red Dragon Veteran, who's he going to decide as his enemy in this instance? They're attacking somebody. You know, they did say that these guys usually are not likely to take your side. So, yeah, he's going to... What's his fly speed? 45, 10, 15, 20. He's going to start flying up. It's going to be 27 and a half, 35. And he's, as dumb as this is, Bon, he's using a fire breath on you.
Yeah.
Make me a dexterity saving throw. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You didn't need it. Okay, yeah, it breathes fire, and you just effortlessly roll out of the way using minimal movement. And by the time you're done rolling, you're only at, like, the edge of the fire, and it was nothing. The Thug, what is he going to do? He's going to... Let's see. Yep, they're turning on you. He's gonna try to take like a fire escape, basically, to just like get up this building. He's gonna have to dash to do it, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, now he's on top. 5, and he's gonna get right here. But he doesn't have any of his turn left to be able to do anything. He had to dash. And now, Bon, you're up.
All right. You know what? I'll get up using half my movement speed. Sure. Then, with my bonus.
Oh, you were
act-
prone?
Yeah, you knocked
Roll-
me prone,
I
didn't
for-
you?
Yeah, you're right, I did. Roll one more d20, since you would have had disadvantage on the deck save. You'll still probably be fine.
I mean,
Or it would have been a straight roll,
been
so
a
just
straight
roll
roll.
a regular d20 in the box then.
Okay.
And, yeah. Okay, you're fine.
Okay. Anyways, I use my bonus action to reload my bad news rifle with a slaying bullet.
Okay.
As I'm doing this, I am calmly telling and projecting my voice. For anybody who's not with the Diamond Guard, I suggest you leave, for you are messing with Motley Crest, and you will not be spared if you get in our way, as I point blank range shoot this dragon in the face.
Which one?
The one right in front of me.
The Dracolexi or the veteran?
The Dragon Lexi.
Okay. And I think you would have advantage since you have foresight, right? Which would activate sneak attack.
I would have disadvantage, but considering I have the feat,
Yeah, it does. You don't
Yeah.
get penalties for making attacks with firearms in close range.
yes.
So you would have advantage, I do believe, since you have foresight. Yeah, and you get to add sneak attack.
So he'll take that right there. I'm gonna re-roll one of those. Oh, fuck, hold on. I'm gonna reroll that 4 to be a 10. He is going to need to do a Constitution saving throw for me.
He will do it.
DC 17.
Uh, 17 is exactly what I rolled.
Okay, so he will take half of this then.
Okay, let me add it real quick. Which number is that? Number 5?
Yeah, I don't know why it's rolling Crixus when I've been.
You gotta click your images bottom at the
there we
top.
go. I see
Yeah.
it now. Yeah, that's fine. That's
Okay.
Then I will use one of my actions to reload again.
She actually got a lot of healing on you, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I just
I'm
noticed how much you got healed for.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty good. I'm sitting pretty decent right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna reload again.
Just throwing it out there, doesn't that damage, like, half of it jump onto the other guy that's on you?
Oh, actually, yeah, with my ability as a yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
did not mean to
somebody
roll that.
nearby would take 13 necrotic damage.
Bro, that's
who's-
a nat 20. That was against the green. I didn't roll it on him, but the green guy. Because I hit the same person.
Yeah, no, that's a nat 20. Unfortunately, you're not adding sneak attack to it, but still.
Yeah. So,
But that 13 damage from your sneak attack rollover, who do you want to put it on? The
we'll
thug
put it
or
on
the half red dragon?
half red dragon.
Yeah, he's the one that took a swing at you, huh?
He breathed fire at him.
Oh,
Okay, he automatically takes 13 damage.
As I'm going to hit shift.
Oh,
I'm assuming
Yeah,
that booming
tight-
blade goes away.
no, it doesn't. It's not a concentration thing. It's still there.
The caster is dead.
It's not concentration. Booming blade doesn't go away just because the caster dies.
What?
It's only
That's
for
not how
the,
it works.
the turn, man. So your next turn
Oh.
will be on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was only for the turn. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that'll be the end of my turn then.
Okay, the booming blade goes away. Let me get rid of that effect on you.
Sweet.
Okay, Green Dracolexy 4. So, seeing that, it snarls with rage as it looks at you,
And
it looks at your ally who's on the roof. Then he looks back at you again, and he lets his anger get the best of him, and he's gonna attack. It's a straight roll.
No, it's not. Oh, it
It-
would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? That's all.
Because he's
Yeah,
coming out of
yeah,
stealth.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, my bad.
That hits.
I'm gonna no, I'm gonna save it. Never mind.
You're gonna save your uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it for if the bitch decides to hit me with it.
Okay. Yep, you take that, and this would be at disadvantage this time. He's gonna come at you with another attack with his shadow rifle.
Mm-hmm.
That hits.
Wow.
I've been rolling really good. It's probably good we're not finishing this fight this session, because normally my luck resets when there's a break in between games. Alright, that hits, and then it's gonna hide.
So, question after that: how are these thugs and other ones that are kind of neutral looking?
I would say when you said that, the Red Dragon veteran would say, "Aye, well that's the idea, mate."
So me literally obliterating in one round the person that
You
was
think
pretty
they
much
haven't
full
seen
health?
people die before?
Literally 2 shots and this guy's completely obliterated.
Again,
just
you think
saying.
they haven't seen people? These are the most unhinged people in the entire world that you will find here. You think they're going to be
Okay.
dissuaded just because they see someone's brains get blown out in front of them? No.
Alright.
But I'm
that's
just
fine.
thinking, like, it's like the Skyrim bandits. Like, that guy just killed a dragon, didn't he? You know, we could probably rob him.
I think they even did a thing like that in like Viva La Dirt League
They
as
did.
well.
They did.
Oh.
Alright, so he's going to hide.
Let's smoke him.
Nightblade
He
7.
rolled more than a 24.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Is Anand currently on this plane of existence?
He is, and Marte went to bed. He put a message in the chat a little while back.
Gotcha. He's on this plane of existence?
Yeah, I'm the only one that's not.
Okay. Well, he hasn't gotten any attention so far, so this guy, he's going to fly up and he's going to come out of stealth and make an attack at Anand with advantage.
No.
Oh, that's right, he has the Cloak of Displacement.
Mm-hmm.
So straight roll. I really just got to start getting allies within melee range of you guys to like trigger sneak attack. And that's gonna miss. So at disadvantage, he's gonna attack again. And that's a miss. He's going to, as quickly as he can, and move off in another direction so you can't track his movement, and hide. Yeah, you guys aren't detecting where he's at. Alright, Assassin 2. Who's he nearby? You know what? This one's gonna hold his action. Let me take a note of that, because I'm going to remember it. Holding his action. Thug 2, same deal. He's going to dash, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55 and 60. Okay, he's at the building and he hasn't done anything yet. And we are at the top of round 3. So we will continue this. Let's do some call-outs so that way we know everything that's up. I'll start by saying that Marleya Tox has used all of her legendary actions, so she won't get them back until the start of her turn.
Real quick, would it be that terrible if I just knocked out my turn if she doesn't have any legendary actions? I already know what I'm gonna do, so mine's easy, and it'll change things.
But Anand's turn comes before you.
Yeah, but who cares?
We're hold it. Again, in 2 weeks from now, I will be holding the game. I'm
Maybe
saying that
2
for
weeks.
everybody here. There will be a game in 2 weeks. If you can't make it, I'm sorry. We've been skipping too many games. There will be a game in 2 weeks. So
what happened to Lee? Or
I don't know why he didn't show up today. Maybe he thought there wasn't a game, even though I've said multiple times that there was. But maybe he just misunderstood.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if somebody... We'll fill him in at some point.
Okay, I was just curious.
No. But, alright guys, I will see you, well, some of you in 2 weeks. Others, I will see you guys in 9 days. So,
Yeah.
Okay,
on
dokie.
Christmas or on New Year's Day.
Yep. I can't wait to hit level 6, dude.
Yeah.
I'll still be on vacation then
How long are you off?
until January 2nd.
Dang, dude. Okay. Well, January 1st is when we're playing Tyranny of Dragons, not this.
Well, I don't care about that.
Yeah. I know. We do, because we're having a ton of fun in that game. I wish you played it with us, dude. You'd have a ton of fun.
Alright, I'm killing the record.